Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
Welcome to the GRG podcast. What? You're absolutely right. There's a lot of weirdos out there. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about right now is me getting blocked by a stan, a dirty, thirsty ass stan. I appreciate it. I don't ever want to see his nastiness again. It was pretty wild. Did you mute him? This is wild. So listen, it's all good. I get it. Like, people go through the game. They look at certain things. This is what they do. I get it. I don't care that much for it, whatever, but it is what it is, right? But this person was going around and he's seen, I guess, a female NPC. I don't know if there was a female NPC or if that was a character of somebody, but I think it was an NPC on Spider-Man 2 and was... And look, I'm not gonna lie. They sit there and they had the skirt and everything. Looked like she had some yams or whatever. But that's as far as you go with it, right? No, no. She didn't. That NPC didn't have stellar yams, but he's going up the female NPC skirt and just like rotating the camera around, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? Like, what are we doing? If you got, bro, no, I don't even think Nintendo fans is that thirsty. Like, stop it. Go put your controller down, get on your phone or get on your PC or get somewhere, or just call a friend and say, look, I want to go out. Can we go somewhere where there's women there? Maybe potentially single women, and try your luck. Because that's weird. That's weird. Well, I mean, then this is going to be the best GRG show of all time. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, yeah, holla at y'all. This is turning my thoughts. Yeah, hold on. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I had a Windows update, and so I gotta. Okay, yeah, holla at y'all. This is turning my thoughts. Yeah, hold on. Can y'all hear it? Yeah. Oh no, I did. I pressed the wrong thing. Okay, let's do this. Okay. All right. Go ahead and say something.
Hello.
All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I just had Windows update. I mean, before I did the show, and then I was busy playing Alan Wake 2, which I'm stupid for because I don't no longer play scary games anymore. And it's and it's terrifying just from the very beginning I played. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this.
You should stream.
Yeah, I was a little scared. I'm like, it made me jump. Like when I seen that one part where the face popped, I was like, oh,
yeah.
Did you jump? Did you jump? Oh, okay. All right. So you
had a female protagonist. You a sister,
but I'm used to that stuff. So it's like,
I haven't played a scary game
so many of those type of games. It's like it doesn't faze me anymore.
Hey, will somebody go shake up Ham and wake him up?
Ham's all right. So let's go ahead and get to the introductions.
Leave that man alone.
Man, you know what I'm saying? You had the great Seamus Blackley on. I think I said his name properly. Y'all was cooking me earlier because you said I said his name wrong, and you said was I right this time? Was I right?
Yeah, you was right.
Okay, I was right.
You started on the last part, but you right.
Let me be country. I got my country hat on, my Bucky's hat. You know what I'm saying? Even though I love Bucky's out there in Texas, we need to bring those to Oklahoma. Anyway, Ham Solo, what's going on with you? I don't give a damn about you being tired, boy. It's time to get to work. Come on, let's go. You shouldn't be running around in your drawers in a jungle. Hacking blizzards. You can't be doing that.
We need a shirt. We need a shirt that says the many phases of Ham. It's just that face right there.
Oh no, he finally got his game now. He got his game now. You don't care about Starfield. You don't care about nothing else.
He got his game back.
That damn game. That's all he cared about.
His game back. Are you gonna talk, Ham?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Ark Survival is kicking your ass, dude.
Boy, Ark is doing you in.
It really is.
Wow.
It really is.
It is in beta. It's not even the game yet.
100% is, and it's so unfortunate. It's what the hell is going on with my PC right now? Whoops. But anyways,
cooking over there. You got that Ark, that beta mode, that PC over there working too hard.
This shit right here, it's just kind of tragic. It's been hard getting into Ark. Like not playing wise, the game is really fun. But like being able to return to the same server that I've been working on where all my progress is on is been like the bane of my existence right now.
Oh wow.
You're a much busier man now than you were before when you were playing Ark. That's the problem.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I just know that I'm really frustrated about it a little bit, but it is early access, so it's like I can only be mad at myself because I bought into that, you know. But other than that, I had a fantastic show earlier today. Had Seamus Blackley, the creator of Xbox, come on to my show, which on Fridays I have a show called Bullsitting. It's a panel. Me, Loke,
Famous plug. Why don't you put that damn plug in the damn in the chat too? Why don't you just go ahead and solicit all your ass right now? Go ahead.
I mean, I would if my computer was acting right now.
God dang, Ark is tore your computer's ass up. I try to tell you to get upgrade,
might
brother.
have right now because I don't know what is happening.
That's what happens when you play an open beta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the Unreal Engine 5 version?
I mean, it is Unreal Engine 5 game, yeah. But I mean, it runs well. I don't think Unreal Engine 5 is the issue with this game. This game is the issue is servers. Servers is the issue. The same issue, or maybe not exactly the same, but similar issue to Payday, right? The game works fine, but the servers keep falling off. Like it'll be up for a little while, then I'll get kicked out of the game, and then the server won't even show up. Like right now, my server that I play on isn't even showing up. But then there's certain times where I like started a game, I got kicked off, but the server would get so inflated, and they only have up to 70 people that can join the server at once, which is better than before, which was only 50. So it's definitely better that there's more people available to do it. But seeing that I'm in early access, I'm with people that like pretty much I'm hanging out with people like K Mega was hanging out with people in the Tekken thing right now. Like the people that are playing the best are the people that give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like people like, you know, stepping on each other trying to get into these servers. Yeah. It's I mean, in my opinion, as frustrating as it is for me, I got to give a hand to Wildcard. Because to be that popular couldn't have come easy.
Yeah.
You know, because early access for Ark Survival Evolved was $13 on Xbox.
It sure the hell was.
And now it's $40 for early access to a remaster. And it's filled to the point that I can't hop on and play comfortably. I have to like strategize and you know, make sure I get on at the right. Man, it is like sometimes I have to just sit there and just keep hitting join until it shows the right screen, and I'm just like, oh man, it feels like 360 days of kind of gaming, where you're just like, man, somebody get up out of this party, please. Let me up in this sucker right here. I want to play. I want to get down.
All open betas have been like that, though, man. It's just the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is the nature of the beast, but at the same time, it's just like, man, like
you hungry for some survivor. That's what it is.
That man is tripping.
Hey, Mega see me in my draws killing crocs, like.
I said, yo, what? I said, I was thinking about joining the, saying Ham could teach me the ways. And then I said, nah, bro, I ain't dealing with no sweaty ass dude in no drawers. He gonna have to put some clothes on before I over commit.
Ham's about to be through every game that comes out. The rest of this year and next year.
Yeah, Ham is done. But anyway, all right, Ham, appreciate it. Your intro is as usual long as hell, but we will allow it. We will allow it because I know that you're tired. You do hard work. You do the Lord's work because you're on Central Time. Anyway, going to the opposite side of that. You know what I'm saying? I will get to the man with the flag up there, which Ham did mistake as Brazilian. Well, no, he did. He said it. That was pretty funny. No. He was clowning. He was clowning.
Would have wanted to put like I thought he meant to put the Brazilian flag up because
Say, hey man, Bunty gonna get upset, boy. You said he said, yeah. Look at it. That man hurting. But anyway, let's go to the other side of the coast, as my boy Bot would say, and hit Dark Optimus. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's already done with every PlayStation game for the year. How is everything going? You doing good? We gonna have to talk about some PlayStation stuff, man. You ain't got King Thrash here to save you, so I expect you to be on your up and up. What's going on, brother? How you doing, Dark?
Sad. It's sad.
Spider-Man's over, bro. Spider-Man is done. Why you sad, brother? Why you sad?
No. I actually, I just finished Spider-Man yesterday, and then
already
platinumed it.
It's over already.
Man, we just had a show. Man, less than man. What? You're done
I also
already?
played it on the hardest difficulty too, so
what?
Yeah,
so
you
okay, continue. This is intro time. Go ahead, continue, brother. Go ahead.
And then I started playing Alan Wake. I played that Alan Wake 2 for about an hour. Loving it so far.
Loving it.
But I like that kind of slow kind of drawn out a little bit. Like horror-esque type of stuff. So definitely excited to jump into there. But yeah, man, that's about it.
Damn, that man over here looking lost over there, boy. That man went from talking all that ish, talking about that PlayStation first party. Now he's back on that third party. Lord have mercy, help the PlayStation community. Now, anyway, it's okay. We'll be talking about here later on tonight. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to my man last, but I'm finna go ahead and go to Sir X-Man right next to him. As if you can see it on the screen on YouTube or on Twitter. Thank you guys for coming and checking out. We've been picking up on Twitter views quite a bit, man. Really do appreciate it. We're getting closer to that 5,000. I hope to get there before the end of the year. And as we're getting closer to the 300th episode, I'm so excited. So anyway, Sir X-Man, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Buddy. Hit that like and share, everyone. Let's go. I did. You know what I'm saying? This man's still giving me money being on the show. So shit, I might need to keep him on the show. If you're gonna give me more money, go ahead. Shit,
I got a new sequel for Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2, The Quick and the Dead. Okay.
Shit.
So disrespectful, man.
Dude, as much as you've been giving us the past 2 weeks, you deserve this butt whooping, bro. You deserve it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
Well, what's up, buddy? We about to have some fun. Enjoy the show. Hang out. You know, we'll view some of the things you say in the chat. Send some super chats out to help my brother K Mega because he done bought 100 games in the last month and a half. He needs some donations, man.
Please give me some super chats, folks. I am losing my damn mind right here, man. I don't know what's wrong with me.
He literally earlier today he's like, I'm not gonna get Alan Wake 2, and then I was like, come on, bro. What's one more game? What's one more game? And he was just like, I got it. I guess I was just like, okay.
I can't help myself right now. I don't know what's wrong with me, man.
We love you.
It's an illness, bro.
But the missus said, all right, you got to stop this.
Bro.
My B-Day coming up, bro. You got to stop.
It is tragic over here. The games, I cannot stop buying games right now. This is tragic.
Gotta let you know what kind of year we having, right?
That is too. We will definitely talk about that here towards the end of the show. And then last but not least, man, this man with the flag in the back, Bunty. Buck. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to go to Jamaica. I cannot wait. But this man here,
money to go to Jamaica, bro.
That's true. If I keep spending this money to on video games,
freaking Sir X-Man is on another level.
He's messy today. But anyway,
you'll be at home by yourself while she in Jamaica, bro. I love you, man. But
you know what I'm saying? Hell no, we don't want no white Stella get up groove back. Hell no. See, I'm in trouble. My old ass be in trouble. Shit, I come back. I'll be what's the opposite of a sister wife? What is that? Like if somebody because there's those sister wives. Is that like brother husbands or something?
They call it a passport system.
I'm just
yeah, that'd be a problem.
Yeah, let's just move on from that.
Let's move on from that. Let's get on. Anyway, so Viper, my main man with the Brazilian flag in the back, right? AKA Spider-Man 2.
Seriously? Really? We go do an Insomniac again? Come on now, K-Mega.
PlayStation studio of all time, man, and they can't get their flags right. Lord, they can't represent their main characters properly. Get out of here. Come on, man. What's going on with you, Viper?
I'm going to represent my culture, my Jamaican culture, all right? So that's why I have my flag up. But let's talk about how the hardest working Jamaican that's on this podcast is finally back on camera. And let's talk about how I've been playing a ton of games. Oh, what you laughing about?
I'm really laughing at you.
We can't even really call you Latino because you look white anyway.
God, wow, what is happening here? Oh,
is it just attack each other's race today or something?
Yeah,
Jeez,
what is
man.
this? What is this? Sarah Bond
What is
become
going
president of
on?
Xbox and people are feeling out of pocket? Come on, relax. Anyway.
That Activision deal went through and everybody's feeling like they high and mighty now.
Yeah, all these Xboxes, these Xboxes tripping.
I feel like Reggie Miller right now.
Oh man.
Go ahead, Viper. What's going on?
I just gotta go like this.
They were high and mighty too.
God. Oh man.
You're crazy. I'm done with you all.
Oh man, please be done.
So anyway, now I'm off today. I'm back on my computer instead of on the phone, and I've been playing a bunch of games, which this will probably bleed over into the first topic. But I've been playing some Forza Motorsport. I've been playing on the PC with the Castle Wolfenstein. I'm actually jumping into Starfield. I cannot believe this. I'm finally jumping in, and still doing Sea of Stars. Trying to find a little thing on there. I think I've missed some stuff, but that might have to be a second playthrough. And yeah, I'm also enjoying Redfall. So yeah. So yeah, and then of course I'm doing this all on the PC, my 3090. I probably might upgrade next year to a 5090 when it comes
Viper.
out.
Knob.
Yeah.
Viper, I see Sir X-Man is exactly where he was when he was playing with him.
Yep.
Man, come on, man. Don't do this.
Dude, I got Starfield.
Man.
I got Starfield. I got Forza. Come on, man.
I got a lot.
I've been playing,
I've
been playing
Battlefield. If y'all need some, I got a lot more pocket sand.
Man,
dirt.
How is it I got more hours in there and I was gone for a week? Come back, catch up, pass y'all. Haven't played Starfield in a week because I've been doing other things. And you know,
but you already know I don't like Bethesda games.
I know that, but
I'm not too big a fan on their RPGs because it's like for me it's boring. So when I went through Morrowind, that was boring. Skyrim was boring. Oblivion was boring. Fallout 4 and Fallout 3, boring. But
it's like you.
Now, this man, the slander is not delicious from you today.
Well, now with Starfield, I'm starting to get the hang of it, and I'm starting to get into it. So now
that's fair.
I
think that's a fair statement. To be real,
yeah,
that's what brought a lot of big people to it, dude.
And me included, because I'm not a big Bethesda. I love Fallout and Wolfenstein. Everything else from Bethesda, I'm not kind of there. And so Starfield.
You like Doom?
Guy.
You don't like Doom?
I love Doom.
I like Doom, but I've never beat.
You're not
Doom.
like it. Yeah, you're not like super into it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, so I'm like, because I always thought that they tried, and I know that Doom came out before Halo, but I always thought that there was this comparison between Doom guy and Chief, and I'm like, nah, Chief is the king. You know what I'm saying? Even though in reality,
Chief's the super soldier, and
Doom guy is like an immortal. Well, no, he's like an immortal god almost now. So he's crazy.
He's a spawn from hell.
He is a spawn from hell.
Yeah, he would wipe the floor with Chief. But the point of the matter is that like it. I feel Viper on that because I haven't got into all of Bethesda's games like that, but Starfield did take me there to the point to where I went ahead and I picked up that mod for Skyrim, and I've been catching myself playing the hell out of Skyrim a lot here this past week. So I was like, oh, okay, I feel you. So continue.
What draws more people, what draws more people to Starfield, and honestly, it's the easier access to the missions. I mean, some of them are not easy, but it makes it easier for you to get through these missions like you did with a Skyrim, like you did with, the other games. Mm-hmm. It's more fun and thrilling, man. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. That's why it's so addictive.
I think it's really because there's a better fast travel system, right? Yeah. This time around than there has been in any other Bethesda game, right? Yes. Because the Bethesdas of the past, like Fallout, Skyrim, you actually had to go to these places.
Dragon, you were screwed.
Yeah, you had to actually go to these places in order to get the fast travel to unlock, right? And in a lot of times, like with the way Starfield is played, you can just fast travel to your ship and you're there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the good part about it. Definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
He said he just likes exploring.
Well, no. I was gonna piggyback off of Dark is that I'm jumping into this a lot faster than what you would with Morrowind, Skyrim, Oblivion, even Fallout.
Right.
So, I would say the gameplay is like way better than what they've done with Fallout. You know, like the gunplay, especially. Like the gunplay is definitely way better than with Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 4 was just I liked Fallout 3 because of the beginning where you like come out of this vault and you're just like, holy crap, this world is completely decimated. You know, you're like, whoa, this game is like insane because the world is completely obliterated right at the time. And then, you know, jumping into Starfield, I was all like, okay, yeah, the gunplay is way more tighter, way more. It's like I don't think they got help from like id, but I think they talked to id and was like, how can we make?
Did they get help? And then they help them with the shooting.
Did they have them come in there?
Yeah.
They got help from id. They got help from Coalition.
Yeah, you can tell.
343.
You could definitely tell that they got help.
Yeah, they got help with that for sure. Yeah, so
and
go
they
ahead,
actually
Viper.
did a great job on the weapon progression too, right? Dark, you'll see it later on in the game. You'll see it later on in the game. Oh my God, it's incredible.
I just want to collect those artifacts, get my superpowers. That's what I want. Because I was just intrigued right there at the beginning.
I finally got them last week. I finally got them.
You finally got your superpowers?
I finally got my superpowers. I finally got them. And then I was like,
he was doing all that side content, all that glorious side content, man. That side content is good.
Yeah, bro.
I gotta say, it's good.
It's real good. And so like I was like,
which one did you get, K-Mega?
What?
Did you
Which
get
one?
the push away? Did you get the push away power? Which one did you get?
No, it's this power where
you can make
they freeze them kind of like, and you can kind of.
Oh, I didn't get that one yet.
Yeah, like they like
you can get more than one.
Right. Yeah. Like when I saw that there was a
16 powers you can get.
Yeah, when I saw that there was a graph for the powers, I'm like, are you kidding me? That's why I said, look. If you guys watch the gameplay tonight, you'll see that this is K-Mega's old school diverse. Like I played all different types of stuff during the week. So cause I needed to catch up on making some more gameplay, but I'm back on Starfield after we get off the show. I'm nose diving back into Starfield.
All right. So are those 16 powers on that wheel? Is that based on what you chose at the beginning about your
no,
you
have to find it. You
gotta find it.
Oh, okay.
You gotta find it. So
okay. When you get your first one.
Yeah. And look, I know for a lot of people this probably wasn't really fun, but within Starfield, for me, I just found it like just cool just to do it. It's go in some planets, you know,
I'm gonna say this,
explore and do that. Go ahead. Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say about that. About people saying it's not fun or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to know how long they played it for, because
Keith Thrash said he only played it for 14 hours.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that?
King Thrash said he only played. He said on GRG the other week. He said he only played it for 14 hours.
I think that's a good amount, but it's not.
Not for that game. Not for that game. No, not for that game.
No, I think that's a decent amount for something that is to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a decent amount, but to really get the gist of everything that's going on in that game, you need to at least put in at least 20 or more.
That game wakes up at 30 hours.
Here's where I agree with you, Dark, real quick. Here's where I agree with you. 14 hours is a good amount of time to figure out if you like a game or not.
Right.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
14 hours is not enough time for you to give any type of review for it.
Right. Absolutely not. Should not even give a review for a game that, especially a game like this, which is an RPG. A lot of RPGs start out slow. I mean, there's so many RPGs. People were complaining. People were complaining when The Witcher 3 came out that it took them 10 hours to get into the game, and I'm all like, that's how RPGs are. That's how they are. Like, it's crazy.
Here's the thing.
It took me a lot earlier with The Witcher 3, though. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, do you remember when Kojima came out and said that you need at least 10 hours to do Death Stranding?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and that's 100% facts.
It is
100% fact.
And that's why I'm going to go back to that game and give it some run.
You need to call in sick. You need to have a night to just completely just let loose and get into it. You like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna give this game a couple hours and see if I like it.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Yeah, Death Stranding opens up when you get to your first outpost. You got to get to your first outpost in Death Stranding to really.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that are like that, that aren't just RPGs, but open worlds too. Some of them are like, it takes you a minute to get into it because you have to get to that open world aspect of it, right? So I think for some people to just be like, oh, I played it for a couple hours and I don't like this game, and I'm like, you really didn't give it a chance, man. Like, especially like something like Baldur's Gate 3, which you just picked up, K Mega. Like, I would say, like,
I know
if you don't like it by, I think if you don't like it by the fifth hour, you probably aren't gonna like the rest.
No,
of the game,
I know I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love it. And then I keep seeing, like, I don't know, like, if that is a mod or is that an actual character. Like, there's this chick, I look like she has some kind of sickness on her. She's wearing like a blue dress, like a blue like skirt.
Is she a necro?
No, okay, like no, because I see my boy,
something like that.
Yeah, no, I see my boy. It's not Try Hard Fan. I keep forgetting my other PC bro that I play Tekken with. And we got down. It was really good Tekken section.
It's got a blue dress on.
Really good. Yeah, she got like a blue like skirt. But I'm just like, holy shit, is that actually like how they create her? Because she's thick. I'm like, whoa, okay. But that's not the reason why I got the game, because I like games like that. And I'm intrigued by it, but
it could have been a character that somebody created, because there are scars.
Yeah, there's so many mods, so I don't know if that's her.
I don't think it's a mod. So. I don't think it's a mod because there are scars in the game where you can like put burns on the character. And
no. This chick seemed okay. So like the scene that he played was where somebody had the sickness because they put those like worms in their heads or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so like she was still like those people were still damaged from it, and she even had a bloody nose, but then yet she had like all these different scars on her from a battle that she had or whatever, because he's been
Starfield.
No,
scars like around her eyes and stuff.
Yeah, scars on her eyes.
Scars around her eyes.
Yeah, around her eyes and everything.
So I'm pulling that up. She looks like a dark elf or something.
Yeah. Okay.
She's like greenish skin.
Yeah.
She's got green skin, and she's got black lines underneath her eyes, and then the scars are around her eyes like that.
Well, no, she don't have the one.
That's in the game. That's not. That's not.
So I don't know. But anyway, but that's not the reason why I got the game. I've always been intrigued by the game, but I was like, you know what? Because she was thick, I was like, damn, they got her. They got her thick as hell.
I disagree so hard with Extreme D in the chat right now.
What did Extreme D? What did Extreme D say? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's post that. Let's post that. What did my man say so everybody can see it? If a game takes that long to get a game, then that's a trash game. No, not at all. No, because when you play a game like Starfield, when you play a game like Assassin's Creed,
he don't like RPGs.
Valhalla.
That's what it is, dude. He doesn't like RPGs.
Because
he's never played a true RPG.
Right. Or like even with Final Fantasy 16, I have not played that game yet, but I think that it still takes a little time for you to get warmed up into the game. I don't know how many hours, but you know what I'm saying, for the people who's played it.
Takes you a while to get used to the cutscenes.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh my god. Anyway, so
to me, it's just not comparable. Like, I mean, A game like Starfield or I mean, hell, even let's go away from Starfield and go to something like Star Citizen, right? Where they're even talking about laying out the single player mode for that game here shortly, which is insane because we've
it's
been
like
talking about
Squadron 42 or something like that's called.
Those are games that last
they're
10
looking
years
to do that.
plus.
But let me get my point across real quick. My point is when a game is posting itself as being grand inside, and then you throw the and then you throw the hashtag in there RPG, to tag that game as what it is. I mean, that's like, I don't know, like when you first meet a person, you don't expect it just to they're not gonna just, here's $1 million and here's all this great stuff, you're gonna have the most explosive day that you've ever had, and you just met me. Like, no, it's a slow burn. In an RPG is just like a friend, where it's like a slow burn. You're getting to know not only yourself, but everything around you, including the land. As for something like Spider-Man, if that takes 14 hours to get you excited, that's an issue.
Right.
Because the game only is
10 hours long?
10, 15 hours long. If you're just doing the story.
Difference.
If you're beelining the story, it's like 10 hours, 15 hours.
Yeah.
That's a great
depending on difficulty.
Right. And that's the thing with like, okay, for instance, Persona 5.
Persona took me 12 hours to get into.
It took me 10.
Yeah.
What?
Before
it takes you that
10.
long.
Yeah.
It's one of those kind of games.
Yeah, it took me 10 to get.
I bought all 3 of them.
Yeah,
I bought 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. Like, and even 3. Like, see, this is the difference between people who play these type of games
the best
like that
JRPG
or
I've
don't.
ever played.
You think so?
Turn-based wise was Persona 5.
I won't give it that. I still give it to. I still give it to Final Fantasy X.
Because I hated those kind of games. Just like we talk about with Elden Ring.
Right. Okay.
It was Persona 5 was my Elden Ring moment where I was like, I hate these games. But this is hot.
Yeah.
That's why I know we got along, K-Mega, because we both was in love with Final Fantasy X, man. That game.
I
game
love
was
Final Fantasy 7.
7 turned me out, but I mean, well, let me take this back. 7 turned me on, 10 turned me out. Like that was it.
Like a whole new level.
Yeah, like I'm like, all I want is Final Fantasy games to be in my collection. I love them, and even to this day, I buy every Final Fantasy game comes out. When Rebirth comes to PC, the better version, I will get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
sure you'll get 16 when it comes out on PC, will you? Or no?
No. Because
I know you have the issue with the whole thing. But
Yes.
Just wondering if you
and it hurts me because I would have
Totally
had
bought it, right?
problem. Yeah, I would have no problem paying top dollar for it, but no.
What were those little black furry things? They called them what again?
Oh, stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's not do that. But no, honestly, I love Final Fantasy and what Ham said is absolutely right. They hit the hammer on the nail. Like, not every game is for everybody. Like, look, Sekiro. You gave me my props for me showing some gameplay, but I never beat Sekiro. I plan on coming back and playing that game at some point. As you heard Xbox 448 said what my superpower is, which I really appreciate him saying that. Like, I will go back. It doesn't matter how many years go, and I will beat that game. Every game that I bought, I will eventually beat. There is no way about that. I'm not going to skim any game that I buy. But
do these people know how long it takes to open up a skill point in a Final Fantasy?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing to me. Like if you then you have it. I mean, because even in like when you play Final Fantasy VII Remake, you're doing a little hack and slash, but you ain't really getting into that shit until after the situation happens between.
I would say good 5 hours before you get into some good stuff there.
Right, like you got to go through the shit with Tifa and Barret, and then you get out there, and then all that situation happens, and man, no,
you got to build up your XP and everything.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal. But Persona is the perfect perfect scenario because Persona is, and that's what I've always said is that like Persona might be in that position now to where it can actually take over Final Fantasy because Final Fantasy is going different. They're trying to be more hack and slash, more Devil May Cry or whatever, and Persona is stayed true to tradition to what they are. And there are plenty of people out there that still loves the traditional way of playing Persona. So it is what it is. I know a lot of people thought because when I said Persona was niche in that video years ago, it is niche, but it's not now. It's become more mainstream. But yeah. Final Fantasy was everything, and it still to me is everything. But I do feel when a lot of people, the traditionalists, feel like they kind of lost their way because they're trying to find what they are, and they shouldn't have went that direction. I thought Final Fantasy 15 was perfect. It had the perfect element of hack and slash and RPG.
You're talking about combat wise, right?
Yeah, combat wise. Yeah,
I was going to say story wise, characters wise.
Enclave got me hyped for Final Fantasy 15. I don't know if you've seen Enclave.
That was good. Yes,
Enclave was great.
Kingsglaive.
Kingsglaive. Yeah.
Kingsglaive. Yeah.
Yeah, Kingsglaive
was good, but it that was better than I think even the game was in terms of just story and getting people into that type of universe.
Yeah.
But I think the characters in 15 were just they weren't fun.
Yeah. So
to be around.
All right. Yeah, I mean the boy band. It is what it is. But I loved that game. It was so beautiful. I bought it 3 times.
I mean, I did finish it, but it's just
So okay. Well, we're just gonna skip one because everybody kind of gave their little thoughts about something. Now, Sir X-Man,
we just did that.
Yeah, I know. We just did it. So, Sir X-Man, is there any games that you've been playing? Because I don't know. He's not even there right now. He might be gone forever.
I did want to say one thing about Spider-Man, but
yeah. No. Well, let Sir X-Man go and then you talk about Spider-Man.
I want to hear this. Let him shoot his goat. Please.
Oh, that means he ain't playing no games, ladies and gentlemen. Cook.
I'm playing games.
Don't play games.
I just want to.
This man is just playing golf, and that's about it.
That man is just playing Twitter.
I was playing golf the other day. Yeah.
Hey, golf. Go ahead, Ham. Not Ham. I mean, Dark. Yeah, go ahead.
So I truly enjoyed the game. Mm-hmm. My biggest gripes with the game don't outweigh what I feel about the game, though. So I do definitely still give this a good score. I think I gave it like a 10 at the beginning. Then I go down from there. So it's definitely a 9 for me. But my biggest gripes with the game are I hope that they fix this for the future. The crime activities I feel need to be like from the first game from 2018, where I actually feel like I'm stopping crime. Unlike with this, where I felt like I wasn't really stopping any crime. I was just putting out fires everywhere. Like that's how I felt. I was just putting out fires everywhere. And then the Mary Jane like missions and stuff were better, but not necessary. In my opinion. I don't think they needed to have those to show that she's a strong character, because we already know that from the comics, and we already know that from the movies and things like that. So we don't really need to know that she's the way she is. I mean, she did get some training from Sable, so she does have some combat. Not really combat, because she doesn't do any combat. She just has a taser gun. She has a taser gun, literally.
I'm seeing she lighting
she's
up
just,
with that thing.
She's just lighting people up, with that thing. So those were better, but definitely didn't necessarily need them, right? I am glad that they did take out some of the majority of like the stealth missions, things like that. Like, you know, the Mary Jane, like there was only maybe like 3 this time around, unlike with the first one where there was like 4 or 5 of them. So that was a good thing.
Were there any puzzles in this Spider-Man game?
There are puzzles, but there's a lot less than what there was in
I like the puzzles.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2018 had way more puzzles, way more, you know, things. But that's the thing, like they took out things, but then they put in a lot of stuff that was like really awesome, like the traversal of having the web wings and being able to basically fly around the city. They, you know, the story was, I feel, a lot better than 2018's story. Having Miles being a part of the game was better because Miles is a really a true intricate to what Spider-Man is now than what he was back in, you know, 1970 or 1960 or whatever. Right. You know, for the most part, I played as Miles. When I was in the open world, I played as him. It's also just like, because his moveset is so much better than Peter's, because Peter's, the way that I felt about Peter's in this one was that, like, it just felt kind of boring, you know, at times. And I was just like, I'm just going to go to Miles and play as Miles, and because Miles is just so much more fun because he has the lightning powers, he's got these, and then you get even more lightning powers, you get more stuff that you can do, like this blue lightning power that he has now, that he can like basically just like overcharge everyone and just obliterate everything, and that's awesome, you know. Nice. So and I thought that the villains were really good. I thought people that they got to play the villains was really good. But I definitely think that this game, it's not my game of the year, but it's definitely a really good game. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was really well done, but it's definitely not my game of the year. That's for sure. And I know the ponies are going to be like, your pony card is taken away. Yeah. And I'm going to be like, okay, whatever.
We got because, okay, so you back. You were getting ready to sign his Xbox contract.
Man, that ink is
no. no. I just feel like as many games as I played this year.
The Xbox book, the Xbox Bible, he's ready to get to it. Let me go ahead and move this on up a little bit further. This man's right here almost to the end. Go ahead.
I have to think about all the games that I played this year. Does it outweigh Hogwarts Legacy? You know, as much as a fan as I am of Harry Potter, does it outweigh that? Possibly, you know. Does it outweigh Tears of the Kingdom? No, absolutely not. Tears of the Kingdom was absolutely phenomenal. Does it outweigh Baldur's Gate 3? No, not really. So it's kind of like,
wait to get on that.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like it. I think it's a good game, man. It's absolutely fantastic. I put 130 hours into the game, dude. Like, and I still haven't finished it because I'm taking.
That's another game that's like Starfield. That's just so massive. Yeah,
it's just so massive, and but it's definitely a fantastic game. So yeah, to sit here and say, oh well, it's my game of the year because. I get it. Some people will say that it's their game of the year, but for me, I have to keep it real. I have to keep it true to myself and say that I wouldn't consider it my game of the year because of the fact that there was just so much that I played that was better in many ways and more fun in many ways.
You think Jedi Survivor was better than Spider-Man?
In my opinion, yeah, because I like games like that. I enjoy games like that. I absolutely love games.
Yeah, didn't expect that one, did he?
No, I didn't. But you know what? That's what's wild. Because...
But the reason is because
They're both kind of similar.
I love Star Wars more than I do.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, that's fair, but hold on. But also in Ham,
sci-fi is also a big thing for me.
Right, but Ham,
Like,
I know that you beat the game too, so I want you to get your time in on this game as well. But they both are kind of similar in the sense because of they got combat, they got puzzles, they got other things in that.
Reversal.
Yeah. No, they do.
But comparing Spider-Man to Jedi Survivor is almost ridiculous because Jedi Survivor has so much more stuff in it.
But that's not Jedi Survivor's fault. That's not EA's fault.
No, wait, hold on.
Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Jedi Survivor is.
I meant that in a good way, though, K-Mac.
Yeah, no. I know that. Right.
It's more of a Souls type game because that's what they base that's what they based it off of. So
put that shit on easy if you have a problem for. Yeah, put it on easy if you want to. I mean, I didn't, but go ahead.
Well, no. But the fact is, Spider-Man is an action adventure, beat 'em up, while Jedi Survivor is more Souls-like.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
And I will say that the story is really good in Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man has a really good story.
It looks like it from what I've seen. It looks like it's really good. I mean, none of the Spider-Man stories were bad that I played from Miles and 2018 Spider-Man. But those stories were good, really good.
The combat wasn't like with besides the powers, the combat really wasn't improved all that much from Spider-Man 2018 or even Miles Morales. So it's just kind of like, I mean, I get, that there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, that are going to disagree with me and stuff like that about that. But I just have to put it out there. I have to let people.
Well, I have been seeing more people from PlayStation and that's been playing the game and others, gamers, who's been showing more of the traversal than they have the combat in the game. So you might
and the photo mode is on point. The photo mode is on point, dude.
Great, yeah.
Photo mode is
That's
great.
That's always Sony's niche, though, with the photos and the replay.
Sony is amazing with that. Okay, Ham Solo, your thoughts? I mean, thank you, Dark. Because I know you guys has played it. Yeah. I haven't. I hate that I don't have my hands on it, but I've stuck to my laurels. I will play this when it comes to PC. I will buy it day one. If it's $60, I will get it. Because I am all in on Insomniac Spider-Man. But as for you,
I did let Dark go ahead of me.
Sucker, what games you play? What games you play other than golf?
Nah, I play Starfield, Forza, and some Battlefield.
Okay,
I got to keep my Battlefield.
We got to get back on some Battlefield. I have to do that. So you're gonna have to send me some invites so I can get back on Battlefield.
Oh, it's sick. If I can't even get you out of Starfield, I see you playing Starfield. I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah, you know how
I know you.
Once I'm locked. But anyway, okay, all right. Well, but you know what I'm saying. But Sir X Man, you know what, Sir X Man, let me go ahead and do this before I go to Ham Solo on this. For you stands out there because you took a clip from when we were talking about the VGAs or the video game awards, and you were saying, and there was a lot of those stands that were coming after you, Sir X Man. Who's that old guy and all that bullshit? You know what? This is the embarrassing thing about you people. You
people.
No, those people. Yeah, those people.
I didn't know people were talking about.
Yeah. They were. So, you know what I'm saying? They took a clip from GRG. And then they took you, and then they were like, "Oh, who's this old man like Omega and all this other bullshit?" And it was like, "But you know what? This is the problem with you, because you took that little minute 30 clip, whatever the hell you did. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? When you come back, you do a clip. Why don't you give us a super chat? You know what I'm saying? Say what you got to say and stop being a little punk. But you didn't play the rest of it because Ham Solo corrected what we all thought that was the mistake. And there was one person that said, "Oh, well, at least Ham Solo sit there and corrected it." Regardless of the fact here at GRG, we're not perfect.
Sam is so frozen right now.
Yeah.
It looks like he's picking his nose.
He's picking man, that Ark has got his PC cooking. You better uninstall that, brother, and just upgrade. Yes, cooking, bro.
Yeah. Man, my PC is killing. It's
bro,
dead,
man. Don't leave.
No,
you were so frozen, dude.
I just sit there and seen that shit. Brother.
What did I say, K-Mega, that ended up on Twitter?
Oh my God.
Talking about the video game awards, and you was talking about the that there was a couple of games that they got granted for Sony before their deadline or whatever.
Way back then. Yeah. But everybody remember that.
The problem is that, listen, if they had that same energy, this is my whole point on that. If they had that same energy, they would correct every PlayStation stand that lies every damn time that they put their damn mug on the screen. But they don't.
Also, every PlayStation game would have one game of the year, and that's not the case.
Right, or everything, and then this is the thing right here that like, look, you can attack people, but then you over here. But this is the thing that's and I'm gonna go to ham on here, and we're gonna move on. But this is the thing that pisses me off the most. You'll sit there and you'll jock Kojima, old dirty ass.
Yep.
But then you'll talk about this man that's been gaming longer than you punk ass dudes and ladies.
Or even born.
Before they were even born. Like, this man's been a true gamer from the year. And
his original character for Pitfall.
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Up yours, Dark.
Yeah. No. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'm only going to give Sir X-Man a little bit of time before we got to move on. But this is the reality of it. This man has been gaming for so long, and he has been doing the due diligence that we've all need to praise and give this man his respect. But yet, y'all want to say, oh, this old man here, he talking about games. Who is he? Who is Kojima? Who is Jim Ryan? Who is all these other old fuddy duddies that y'all been sitting here dick riding for all these years? But yet, y'all want to sit there and point my man out that's been gaming and has been holding it down for you young ass, punk ass little bastards. This is the real shit right here, man. Pay homage, show respect. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ham Solo. Finish what you got to say. No. I didn't like that. You come at me, but don't come at my old man. You know what I'm saying? No, like, I'm only going to come after the old man. You can't come at my old man. Like you're my old man.
We only can make fun of Sir X-Man, damn it. None of y'all can.
Yeah,
Sir X-Man,
only
can I see your
that
first
thing.
console, the Abacus?
You know what I'm saying? We can
actually
only give
it was
Sir
a
X-Man
sextant.
that work.
So
You better clip that. If you want to clip something, clip that. And send it to them stands and let them understand. If you want to come at K Mega, come at me. I'm about that sterner stuff. You know I ain't gonna stop. But don't disrespect somebody who's helped pave the way. It's one of the people who's out of that era that has paved the way for y'all's dusty ass to be even playing the games that y'all getting.
This man was playing games before it was cool to play games. When people were getting made fun of for playing video games.
Playing in the arcade, dude, dropping quarters.
Facts. Yeah. Sir X-Man was saying he was getting beat up.
Those days.
No, let me stop. Anyway, let me stop. But no, much love to you. I didn't like. You want to come after me? That's fine.
Sir X-Man remembers when Tic-Tac-Toe was created.
Yeah.
Just let me rebuttal real quick. I got one thing. If it was not for my generation,
facts,
when E.T. killed video games, you'd have no games right now.
Talk about that.
Because we kept gaming alive.
E.T. was bad.
Talk about that. Okay, so Ham Solo, you did beat Spider-Man. Ark is killing your PC. Hopefully we can get some audio from you.
Yeah, here in a second. After I get done speaking on this.
But will your Xbox,
you gonna reset? Okay.
Will your Xbox survive, Ark? That's the question.
Yeah, no, my PC does this. I think I need to rewire some, like where my camera is inputted and some of the stuff. So because this happens too often on things, not just Ark.
Yeah, it's the simple things that happens.
But Yeah, are we just talking about Spider-Man 2 right now?
Yeah. We're just
so I
talking
don't
about
get
that,
off
and then we're
topic.
just moving on. Yeah.
You on your own on this one. This all
Yeah,
you
go
got.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Dark Optimus, where'd you get?
What?
Where'd you get to? And did you beat it?
Oh yeah, I finished it. I platinumed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you platinum it?
I gave it a 9. Yeah, I gave it a 9. This is
nice. Okay. Yeah. So I give the game a lot of credit. I thought it was fantastic. Told the story really well. Got to the point, like I was talking about earlier. This game isn't super duper long, so the whole thing is it needs to kind of get to the point, or at least point you in the right direction fairly quickly. And I think it does a pretty good job of doing that, and it also does a really good job at including the side missions into influencing the main story. I thought that was really important in that part of the game. Some of the side missions are a little fluffy. Didn't really love the whole bee zapping thing. I thought that was silly. And the reason I thought it was silly is because you didn't usually when you do those side mission kind of things in Spider-Man, it's because you have one of those abilities. But you never got the ability to use that bee as like a drone or anything like of sort. So the side mission really, the whole point of it was to get information for some company, but you ended up getting repaid at the end of that with just a suit, and the suit does nothing. So it's just like so to me, some of the side missions were a little fluffy and unnecessary, but the side missions that included other superheroes, which I won't go too deep into, was fantastic. That was a really good side story. It was like it was almost like a extra kind of piece of a season, like what Attack on Titan kind of did with their very last season. The very last
See,
season
that man talk about Attack on Titan.
The very last season of Attack on Titan was just kind of an overview of what was going down within the village after everything had happened, and they're working their way back to the main story. So I thought that was really cool. In Spider-Man, let's see, the way that the game dash movie, however you want to look at it, ended, because I felt like it was kind of 2 in 1, and that's no disrespect to to Sony in that aspect. I'm actually being upfront and honest. It was much more engaging and exciting than something like Final Fantasy 16, in my opinion. Like Final Fantasy 16 is eye candy. It's eye candy, but the story is like, if you pay attention to it, it's good, but if you don't, it's long. For Spider-Man, it was just like kind of like the feeling you get when you go to a Spider-Man movie or see Transformers live. You're just like, oh shit, like it's going down right now. And then all of a sudden you're told to hit square or something like that, right? There's like the QTE, like sure there's a QTE, but then it leads into an actual fight, right? So I thought that was really well done to keep me engaged enough. And they're like, no, don't put your controller down now. I'm getting ready to put my controller down and tells me to do something real quick. And then I get ready to put my controller down and tells me to do something. And then all of a sudden I'm in a fight. So it was pretty nice for them to kind of keep me engaged in that aspect. But I did feel like the back end of it was a little rushed. I wish they would have dug into Craven more towards the end.
Yeah.
I felt like he just appeared to then have his, final moment, and then just that was, and then they kind of continued as if he wasn't like such a big piece of the game.
Right, yeah.
And it was just really weird. Wow. That part was really weird to me because he was so important at the beginning of the game. And then at the end, he's just like, it felt like Venom treated that situation like, fuck that dude. Like, who's that? That guy is literally
he was basically
nothing.
an afterthought. He was
Hey,
an
Ham and
afterthought
Dark.
for them.
Can I ask you just a one-sentence question, if it's okay? It's gonna be one, but it's pertaining to this situation. Do you think a game that's this short should have been $70?
Yeah, I mean, I can see yes. I can actually say yes to this, and here's why. Know what you're buying.
Right.
Okay.
That's it right there. K Mega sees it at 70. He says no. Sees it on PC, has no problem buying. You put that sucker at $50 on PC. You put that sucker at $50 on PC. K Mega gonna get it.
Everybody gonna get it.
But see, there are people that are way bigger fans of Spider-Man than K Mega. They'll pay $500 for Spider-Man stuff before they even buy the game.
They would have paid $6 for the VR headset. Like that. They would have paid $600 for the VR headset.
I mean, you're asking me if it's worth $70 meanwhile I just spent $300 on Starfield.
Go.
So you're not asking the best person. You're not asking the best person because I make questionable decisions just like you.
Okay, in general, for your regular person out there, though.
But for the regular person, I'd say yes, because the regular person is not a maniac and playing it like me.
True. That's true.
The regular person is playing it on the weekend when they got time.
I
they're
see my
probably
boy.
not 100%ing it, so they're taking way longer to get through all of that crap that they did.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If they follow Spider-Man pretty tough, now here's where it's like not worth $70.
Here we go.
If you're and this is kind of the same thing as Starfield, but in a mirror kind of thing. If you're not into these types of games, then it's not worth $70 no matter how you try to justify it. If you didn't enjoy Gotham Knights, didn't enjoy Deadpool, didn't enjoy Miles Morales, didn't enjoy like other superhero games where the premise is, take out the bad guys and, get through the story, and you didn't enjoy something like Rise, Son of Rome, you're probably not going to enjoy Spider-Man. And it's probably a $20 at best game for you. Real shit. That's how Forspoken was for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not dissing on Forspoken. I'm just saying I didn't see the value in it to spend $70. That's me. But I'm also the same person that seen the value in Ark and spent it day one, where other people are like, you're out of your mind to spend $5 on that.
I would say 20.
Whatever.
No, I think he's crazy for spending $5 on that game.
All I'm trying to say is, for me to justify how you feel about the way you spend your money is crazy to put that problem onto me. I'm not responsible for you selecting your vehicle. I'm not responsible for you choosing unleaded or diesel when you know your car is unleaded.
Damn.
Like, I'm not. None of this is my problem. I see value how I want to see it, and if you choose to believe me, great. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm still going to bed at some point, probably in the morning. but yeah, I mean, I personally, for $70, and plus, like I told you, K-Mega, I game share. So, old boy bought Final Fantasy 16 that I got to play without spending any money. Bought Hogwarts Legacy that I got to play without spending any money. Bought Ragnarok that I got to 100% without spending any money. I bought Callisto Protocol. I bought Spider-Man. I bought, a couple of Horizon for Forbidden West. Really? I feel like I'm spending like $35 for these games. Really? Because I'm getting two for the price of one. So Was it worth $70 for me? It wasn't really $70 for me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no. If somebody game share with me, they would be living it up. But
not on PlayStation, man.
Not on PlayStation though. You're gonna have to give me everything anyway. Okay, so and I see Dark over here looking at my Dragon Quest Adventures of Die gameplay. I know he ready to risk it all. Come on, man, this can't make a gameplay. I gotta get some views on this. Let's go.
I don't succumb to the throat needle like you do, K Mega.
Yes,
right?
sir.
You did when Thrash was here.
Listen, I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Okay,
you did succumb to some throat needles.
No idea.
Lord Master Thrash.
I feel like you guys have this imagination that I'm like, certain, you know, like I'm a certain way or something. I think you guys are.
Yeah.
I think you guys are hearing and seeing things.
Just a throat needle.
I think you guys are seeing things.
I'm awake today, brother.
You guys see and hear things. I'm just saying, you know.
Anyway,
you wanted some
y'all
sausage.
going
That's what you wanted.
Oh my God. Okay, so Emmanuel A1, let's pull this back. God damn, this man is claiming
this podcast went way left so quick.
And I'm the one drinking. This man Emmanuel, this man said he was on his Dwight Howard. Let it be. Anyway, Emmanuel A1. Anyway,
I saw what he said about me. I saw that.
NBA news is something frightening.
It's so frightening. Emmanuel A1, man, really do appreciate that, man. He said, salute to Sir X, man. Elder gamers are a major inspiration and is the pastor on the panel. Don't let this old ass fuddy buddy get too
I appreciate you, Emmanuel. At least somebody respects me on this damn panel and in the chat.
Well, we respect you.
If I didn't respect you, I wouldn't even post it. Well, it is a super chat, so I had no choice.
I thought Fahim would be in here calling me grandpa.
Fahim is in trouble. Fahim is in trouble.
We gotta show you that respect, Sir X Man, because we already know that you on deck.
Ooh, he said he next. He next.
He's on dick. What?
And I'm sorry, Dark. I'm sorry, Dark, but my business welfare stuff is starting to come true.
Yeah, well, that's where we're going. That's where we're going.
That's not what it's called, though. That's why it's not called business welfare, though. They don't call it.
What is it called?
You know what? I'm going to go to our.
No, they don't call it welfare. They call it in the red.
I'm going to call
financially
our Jamaican.
Distressed. How is that?
I'm going to call our Jamaican brother on this one. You know what I'm saying? Because on this next topic right here, because I need to know. I got to get some answers on this one. You know, Viper. No,
I'm just kidding.
Oh shit, Bunty, we're gonna have to come on to the show sometime. You know what I'm saying? But here we go.
You mean that fake ass Brazilian on our podcast? Is that what you're saying?
Oh shit.
Viper.
Wow.
What the hell is going on?
Bring Bunty in here.
And this is the topic right here, right, man? What the hell is going on at Sony? Should gamers be concerned? We already know about the actual situation. Like everybody was like, it's just rumors. Sony haven't came. It is now official. Connie Booth is out. Now, for everybody that was over here trying to say that Sean Layton was not escorted out of the building, that's got confirmed. And then on top of that, we need to give the stands, not us, but the stands need to give Jaffe a huge apology because everything that he said has been completely accurate. What is going on in Sony, man? I mean, we've talked about this all year, and I have something else that I want to add to that, and I'm going to stick with you on that, and then we'll get to the panel, the rest of the panel on this. But what's going on, man? I mean, are you concerned for what's going on in Sony right now? Because I mean, this woman has so much accolades. All the games that she's been a part of that have been hits, she got walked out. What's going on, man?
So the problem that I see here is that Jim Ryan wanted to do too much too quickly. He didn't ease into the thing. Because what did Jaffe say? That Jim Ryan was convinced that games as a service is the way to go. So they had the games beforehand. Okay. Connie Booth was the one that cultivated all of these different types of games. So we've got the Ratchet and Clanks, we've got the SOCOMs, we've got Resistance, we have all of God of Wars. And yeah, he just popped out. So your cameras are going to be messed up.
Okay. He'll pop back in. So we were fine.
So Connie Booth had all of this stuff that just gave PlayStation a big variety, the same type of variety that Microsoft has right now. But Connie Booth, she's the one that created all of this. And then for them to just kick her out like this, something's up. Something's up with the upper management. They have no clue what they're doing right now. And they want to blame it all on her. But wait a minute. Jim Ryan just got convinced to retire, so-called retire. Okay. So do you think that Jim Ryan is saying, hey, you got to go? And so now he's saying, okay, well, I'm retiring. So, and then Sean Layden just gets walked out because Sean Layden was, he was in charge when PlayStation was on top, right? So how does he just get walked out all of a sudden? And then now he's replaced with Jim Ryan because those two butted heads big time. He did not like Jim Ryan, and Jim Ryan didn't like him. So what the hell happened? And now everything is just up in turmoil. Now, remember when the ponies were telling Xbox about how, Microsoft and Xbox is not going to last for too long. They don't have any games and this.
2027. 2027 is over.
It's over, and Microsoft is going to sell Xbox and this and that. I'm like, okay, well, now let's find out what the hell's going on with Sony. What the hell is Sony doing? Are they going to sell off? Because they did say that they're trying to sell some of their studios too. They're trying to sell their studios. So which one are they going to sell first, and to whom? Are they going to sell it to Tencent? Are they going to sell to Apple, Google? Because if they sell PlayStation to Google, Google's right back in the game. Google's back in it, and they still got the Stadia tech. So I don't know. I mean, all of this, it's all speculation on my part, but something's going on. And yes, PlayStation fans should be really concerned about this because we don't know what the hell's going on. All these games as a service that's already in progress right now. Now that they fired Connie Booth, I think and her team walked out too after they fired her.
Oh shit!
Remember, her team walked out. So think about it like this: they're gonna get rid of some more people. All the studios that they bought that were for games as a service. Do you think those are gonna stay around? Because it doesn't look like people are too happy about that, because I think it was they canceled factions, and in addition to that, the team members at Naughty Dog, they basically were up in arms, and they're like, we do not want to do this. We were not hired to do this stuff. Why are you forcing this on us? So I guess they went up above Jim Ryan and they complained about it. That's why his butt is gone. That's why Connie Booth is gone. Maybe, I don't know, but all the stories are like all in a mess, and we don't know the full let's just say the full storyline that the connections to make to the whole thing. I can tell you right now, be afraid. PlayStation fans, be afraid. I'm not saying fanboys, I'm saying PlayStation fans, be afraid, because your coveted PlayStation may be gone. And King David may be right when he says there's no PlayStation 6. So I don't know. You might be looking at a PlayStation app in the future, and PlayStation will be everywhere, but it won't be a console.
Very interesting. Now, I'm not going to leave you just yet because I have to ask you this question before I get to the rest of the panel. Is this, and I asked, this is like our question on GRG for the day. I might ask another question, but for the week, I said the day for the week. Is this the worst year ever for PlayStation in 2023?
I got to think back. Since
that's what I said. I wanted you to marinate on that one. Yeah, like, do you think this is
since '95?
I mean, that's when they first came about. '94 in Japan and '95 in the rest of the world.
See, they killed it with the PS1 because they were going up head to head with the N64. Then PS2 went head to head with GameCube, Xbox. They killed the Dreamcast. PS3 was going up against the 360 and the Wii. I'd have to think much more on that, but for now, I would, and for the time being, I'll say yes. But when you go to other people, I'll do more research and I'll check to see which years they had that were terrible. But so far, only 2 games that have been released this year that are PlayStation first party titles. That is MLB The Show, Spider-Man 2. And I don't know if Chia is first party or not. Was Chia first party or was that a second party deal or third party?
Second party.
I think that's second party. Yeah, I don't think I thought it was exclusive, but I don't think that was a exclusive PlayStation game. First party, I should say. First party.
So you only have 2 games released. The same type of 2 games that Microsoft released last year, which were what was it? Grounded and Pentiment. Right. So, I mean, now here's the doom and gloom coming. They only released 2 games last year for Xbox. There's only 2 games released this year for PlayStation. Now, can we take this back to 2014 and 15 when they were sparse? Is this their sparse moment? Or is this something that you have to be really concerned about? Because we don't know what the roadmap is for the games that are coming out. We don't know who's going to be in charge at PlayStation. There's a huge upheaval. And nobody can tell us what's going on because PlayStation is so secretive. They don't want to say anything. Microsoft at least is open about the stuff that they're doing. And right now you see Microsoft moving ahead. You have their people that are being promoted, okay? But then now a bunch of people at PlayStation are getting fired, getting walked out, being told they have to retire. What's going on? So yeah, this is one of the worst years ever for PlayStation, and I don't know if they're going to be able to recover, but I hope they do because we need competition. Because if you put one of these companies that's on top and they have nobody to put them in check, then that's bad for us gamers. When you have competition coming from all sides, it's good for the gamers. So I hope PlayStation doesn't falter, but at the same time, I'm looking at this just like the ponies looked at Xbox. I'm looking at this as a major doom and gloom right now.
Okay, all right, fair point. And Dark, I know you're looking at me playing this PlayStation trash. You know what I'm saying, on the glorious PC. No, it's actually really beautiful. I can't even lie. Like, golly, the Last of Us remake.
You guys are so disrespectful.
It looks absolutely stunning.
So 2 weeks of disrespect from you, really? Yeah. Really?
Anyway,
I wasn't disrespectful last week. That was only 1 week.
Oh my God. DJ Berto Das in the chat. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate the support.
You can't help it that you can't take me trolling.
Oh my goodness. He said the only person in the chat that I can get a jab at is Sir X-Man. The only person that can get the only person in the chat that can get a jab at Sir X-Man is me. Miss Patty. He said he's getting closer to that warm milk Their warm milk is glass of milk time, man. Go ahead and send your ass to bed. He said, we are almost time for Sir X-Man to, I think we got another hour, and the Sir X-Man will turn into a gremlin.
I'm awake today, and I saw what he said. I sent him a text on the tweet.
Yeah. I'm saying, but that warm milk and graham cracker, I know it's right there on the side of you because it's about that time. So I'm saying we got about an hour left in you. But anyway, we'll get back to you, Sir X-Man. That was really cool, DJ Birdo. Let me go solo on this one. Look, man. I mean, here we go. I mean, I'm going to ask the same question that I asked him. I'm going to even add it on here. Do you think, what the hell is going on with Sony right now? Getting rid of a GOAT. Like, she is a GOAT. Let me read some of these games. Like, there's tons of games. She has over 100 games that she's been over. But the most notable, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Spy Cooper, Spider-Man, Resistance, Uncharted, Infamous, and The Last of Us. And they walked her out. They escorted her out. So, Ham Solo, is PlayStation in a weird position? And is this the worst year for PlayStation ever in 2023?
No, I don't think it's the worst year ever for PlayStation. But I do think it is it's going that direction.
Sure.
For sure. But I just don't think it's like the worst. Like I think I think the PS3 situation was worse.
Yep,
because
that's what I was thinking.
Because at least here they're still selling consoles.
I don't think so. I'll get my point, but go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I just don't think they set themselves up for it to be as bad as it was in the PS3 generation. I feel like they set themselves up to take a punch better than they did previously. But this is without a doubt a punch, and it's not a good one. And I feel like I'm kind of tiptoeing a little bit to kind of make my point for that piece, because if we're being candid, if we're being honest, like it's just like, yo, they're like, I remember when what's that dude's name? Man, the guy that left the initiative to go back to Insomniac. Drew Murray. Was Drew Murray?
Drew Murray, yes.
Yeah. I remember when Drew Murray left and he posted what he posted about like whatever family or whatnot, and then took a job back at Insomniac, right? And that was kind of a not so pretty look. But that was just for the initiative. That was just for the initiative. That was one dev company, right? And that wasn't even like the head honcho. That was just a big time dev over there. This right here with old girl is tragic. Drew Murray didn't get walked out the building.
Right.
He didn't get escorted. When you get escorted out of a building, and I mean, how do we know that the whole escorted thing is true? I'm curious. Is this because of Jaffe?
Yep. He's the one that broke it. And then also PlayStation confirmed it too.
PlayStation confirmed.
Well, PlayStation confirmed that they let her go, that they released her, right? Like they didn't say that they walked her out, but Jaffe was already on it.
They'd say that.
They wouldn't say that.
Walked her ass up out.
Right. Yeah, we got our punk ass out of here. Yeah. Finito curtains, chick. Get out of here.
Yeah. End of the day notes.
Yeah. They didn't put that in the notes. So yeah.
But but I'll tell you what, there is no time that you get walked out and it was you just chilling eating a tuna fish sandwich. And they're like, pick up your shit. You need to come with us. No, that doesn't happen. It is usually because you are either, you know, big shit and they are uncomfortable coming up to you themselves and, you know, telling you, hey, make sure you just grab the shit and go. Right? They pretty much saying, yo, I don't like that person. I don't want to associate with that person. Y'all on my team. If y'all ain't on my team, y'all can get the fuck up out of here too. And but let's get her up at, man. To have that happen, there was clearly a disagreement going on behind the stage. There is clearly one person saying we need to do it like this, and somebody else saying that no, we need to do it like that. And I just think it's nuts because that's all it seems that we've been hearing about from PlayStation is them kind of leaning this way, but kind of not. I mean, it's kind of the story of this generation for PlayStation, and it's not been all doom and gloom for them this generation. As I've said many of times, it's been back and forth of PlayStation throughout this whole generation and Xbox. 2020 PlayStation, 2021 Xbox, 2022 PlayStation, 2023 Xbox. But this is where the you know, remember, I'm not sure if any of you guys are I'm sure you guys are old enough to remember, but I'm not sure if any of you guys seen this movie, the Goofy movie. Have any of you guys seen the Goofy movie?
I've heard of it, but I saw it.
There's a part at the end of the movie where there's a fork in the road. And there was like, you gotta, and pretty much the fork of the road was the message of you gonna tell the truth or you gonna lie. You gonna tell the truth or you gonna lie. And it was a sweat situation where they got to where they were playing chicken with the fork, and then they swerved right into the lie right at the end. They swerved right into the lie, and it's just like, that's very much how it feels right now with PlayStation, because I'm just like, what's really going on back there? Nobody wants to really say anything, but they keep telling me everything's fine. Don't worry, everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I know the second or third time my wife says it's fine, it ain't fucking fine. Usually you could tell when things are fine. When things are really fine, you don't have to ask if things are fine.
That's right.
So like, I'm just looking over there like, man, y'all really had to escort Connie. And then not only did that happen, but her team dipped out too.
Yeah, they said if she goes, we all go. That's basically what it was.
And that is heavy. That shit right there is extremely heavy. That is ideology heavy right there. You tell this person, I mean, I don't know, you have to have, I mean, I understand that she's been around there for 30 years, right? How many times in the gaming industry have you heard, if they leave, then we all leave? And it was okay.
Didn't hear all that. Nope. It's not a good look.
When has somebody turned it around in the snap of a finger after something like that has happened? It hasn't. It has yet to happen. So, I mean, man, this is that fork in the road, because Xbox is looking to have a second good year in a row. In PlayStation, they have games coming to the console, third and first party, but what's missing, in my opinion, is what they usually are very good at, is having a headliner at some point. What's the headliner for 2024?
Nobody knows. I mean, Stellar Blade is coming out in 2024.
Final Fantasy, but those are not first party games. They don't own them. Like that's the kicker.
We can't count Wolverine because they didn't say anything about that anytime.
Yeah, well, I mean, now they're over here
traditionally.
they're always saying it's coming out. It's going to be a surprise come out game in 2024.
Well,
They
I
said
feel like
they said for
traditionally,
Wolverine.
Yeah,
when
they
it
said
comes
that.
to like Final Fantasy VII and stuff like that, that is kind of a headliner right there. I mean, I shouldn't even say kind of. It is. It is a headliner.
Is it?
Especially seeing that
Because the game keeps selling less and less and less, Ham.
It's exclusive there, but I feel like where the problem kind of lies is you've talked so much about, or at least have made it relevant in the last generation and a half, that first party is so important. They made that very relevant. Gotta have first party. I mean, if you looked at the beginning of this generation, there wasn't a PlayStation fanboy out there that wasn't saying, where's your first party at? That was the whole narrative. Where's your first party at? Oh, it's just a third party console. It's nothing. They're going to become a third party studio in a while. That was the whole thing. So it's weird that literally the only talking point that can come from anybody in 2024 from right now until whenever there's a showcase announced or something like that, or if they slip something in there I mean, I can't wait for those narratives to come out. Oh, you wait for PlayStation for the Game Awards, they're gonna blow you away. But I mean it's possible, sure, but it's just the likeliness of it. It's just like, really. I just, man, like that excitement after having that heavy narrative in the end of the PS3 through the PS4 generation and coming up on the PS5, it seems like some of the things that they've been working the hardest to get taken care of, they're kind of backtracking on. A lot of their messaging this generation has been contradiction. And it's really weird. And it's not all bad contradictions. Keeping the PlayStation 3 alive is not bad. That's good. Getting back into backwards compatibility after seeing what Xbox and other things are doing, that's good. That shouldn't be frowned at and be like, oh man, that's stupid. Why are you? No, that's good. You realize that, oh shit, people care about old ass games. In my opinion, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, make this shit unlocked so I can throw a fucking disc in. You just tell me that, hey, I own the game and I can play it. Download it just like the Series X or something like that. Figure out something like that. And then the whole subscription service, like all of the things that they're doing is positive things for the gamer. But the way that they're doing it is the questionable part, because it's just like you're throwing a few pennies in all of these areas that are begging for dollar bills. Like, you're putting pennies in the quarter machine, and you're turning it and waiting for it to just spit money back out. And it's like, dude, you gotta, if you really want the money from PC players, you gotta put the games on PC. It's simple. You really want money from VR players? Guess where VR is the most popular? You want people to join your subscription service? You gotta make it tasty. You can't be like, yo, we raising the price but giving you Saints Row. Come on, man.
Oh, shit.
That's all I gotta say, K-Meg. I'm done, brother.
Bruh,
I'm thirsty.
I just said,
some water. I'll be back.
Yeah, go get some water. You said a lot, man. You said a lot.
Maybe Sony needs to take its cues from third place.
Oh, they have been. And we're gonna get to.
But I don't think they're doing too much.
Oh, yeah, but we'll see. Verge Brizzle, our main man, you know what I'm saying? One of the supporters here, man. Really do appreciate you, brother. He said Xbox never got credit for third party. Why do we give PlayStation credit for third party? We let it slide. Talk that shit. Talk that shit. He is absolutely right. Sir X-Man. I know one of the things that you're going to tell us, right? But I'm going to let you ride on this one, because the more and more that this information keeps coming out, the more and more that when we all thought you was crazy about what you're saying, it is seeming
for over 2 years, baby.
Man, you've been saying it for 2 years, brother. Been saying this shit for 2 years now. Again, haters, let this old man, this old vet, this veteran that you should pay the salute to, that paved the way for you, let this man preach to you. Sir X-Man, what the hell is going on with Sony?
It all started.
Go ahead.
It all started to fall apart for Sony when they stopped caring about just multiplayer. Because technically, what is multiplayer? Multiplayer has evolved. I said this on a show this week. I'm not saying the show. Multiplayer was around since the beginning of online, and pretty much Xbox Live started it all. Really sent it to a whole new level. Xbox was the ones on their console because they had a hard drive. Other than PC, PC's been doing this forever. But Xbox was the one to bring it to console for DLC. Wait. First, no, I said other than PC.
No. PlayStation 2, when they had Final Fantasy 11, they had the hard drive and the modem.
But that was only for that game. That was the
only for that game. That's right.
It abided by totally different rules. It was a totally different rule set for that because that was based on the PC architect where they ran it on the PS2. But this is for the consoles after that, like the Xbox, and when the PS2 started getting into third-party online. But they couldn't adapt those games to the hard drive over there that was slated for the Final Fantasy 11. So that's why when Microsoft started innovating in their first-party games for DLC, a lot of people started innovating that, and DLC was actually the first games as a service. Now, games as a service has totally evolved with the later generations. So technically, that's been around a long time, because of Microsoft. PC's had it forever, so we all know that already, so we're not going to count them. But as far as console, you wait this long to go for your PS3 generation and then go to the PS4 generation. But then you had third-party games doing games as a service for what, about maybe 10 years? And Microsoft has had some games of the service towards the end of the the Xbox 360. Towards the end, though. But then it evolved. And, Sony, I still played my PlayStation back in the day. But Sony has always copied and pasted. They've had some innovations that were good that they did on their own. But bigger innovations came from the Wii, which Sony copied, and then Microsoft copied with the Kinect, which I still love to this day. Don't mock me. And
Kinect is heat, yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But Kinect was great.
But then, as far as games as a service, most of it was software innovation. But Sony has sat on their laurels, and when they stopped the multiplayer games for this generation and part of the previous generation, and you can't make revenue without getting DLC for multiplayer, your own party multiplayer, not third party, your first party. So when they started to wave from that, that's when they started losing revenue. Because when you do your single players, okay, you can have a DLC for a few single players, but it's still not going to bring you the revenue of a multiplayer for your console DLC and games as a service. People want those new costumes. They want these new outfits that they can bring into the game, but they took so long to do this that they're way behind the curve. They're about maybe 6-7 years behind the curve with this.
Yeah,
more.
They're behind. Yeah,
I'm trying to be generous. I'm just trying to be generous. because they do get a percentage of the DLC from the other games. So, the other games
Sure.
they come from the third party. But I'm talking about as far as their first party, they stopped developing regular multiplayer. And I don't think they should progress to a game as a service until they work on just giving people multiplayer games. Like a
True.
Twisted Metal. Don't make it a gas game.
Right.
Just make it a game with DLC, with new cars and new outfits that people can see online.
SOCOM.
Make another Resistance, a SOCOM, things like that, where people can go in skirmishes and battle and talk, in the chat, man, where'd you get that outfit? Where'd you get that outfit? Or you got to go do this and do that and get this prestige and do that, or you can just buy it outright in the store. And that's where a lot of their revenue started getting lost. So Microsoft's a software company. Sony's a hardware company. And for years, they just think that they've been thinking the hardware is what's going to make them the money. And they have never gotten out of that stigma that they have for years. You have a bunch of old hats that are running this company, but you won't let the new hats help you when they give you suggestions on what they want. Guerrilla Games wanted to make another Resistance Fall of Man, but they told them, no, we don't need a multiplayer right now. You know how much a Resistance would have made you money? With DLC, monster DLC, the new creature types, the new body type, the new weapon types, the new armor types, the new costume types. That would have made you money. Plus, it would have been a mass multiplayer game. And your people would have latched on to that. But you waited too long for Microsoft to wake up and realize we're tired of this. It's time to put our foot down. So now you find yourself between a rock and a hard place. So I don't think the people at the top in Japan liked the way that Sony was going about it, because they're losing revenue. Like I said before, they're disming and oh my God, I'm going to say disming. Their TVs aren't making any money. Their movies are few and far between. But when they come out, a lot of them are really good. But that money you make for a movie is going to try to sustain the rest of the company, just like Sony, the PlayStation, is trying to help give balance to the rest of the company. But it's not enough in this day and age. You see, Microsoft is making a lot of revenue on their oh my God. Sorry. I'm not tired, everybody. I'm just
No, just take your time.
Take your time.
They're working on software. Microsoft always knew, and even before they got into the gaming industry, software makes you money. Now they're bringing it to the gaming console and letting people play everywhere they want to. That's more revenue. And if Sony wouldn't be so stubborn and put more of their things on at least PC, because they're not going to throw it on Xbox. The only reason they got Major League to show is because NLB told them to do it. But most of the other games are going to be either there or on PC. You need to put them day one. If you had to, like we said earlier, if you had to put Spider-Man on PC day one, you would have made a crap of money. They would have paid the $70 for it because they already have the previous Spider-Mans. They got Spider-Man 1. They got Miles Morales on PC. They would have automatically jumped to play to the Spider-Man 2. But you and still sticking with the console is losing you money. Okay, you got 50,000 PS5s. Okay, the rumor is you sold about what? Maybe 3,250,000 games. But that's still not enough revenue to justify you having that many consoles. You need a bigger outlet. People can play on the Rogue Ally. People can play on the Steam Deck. People can play on PC. People can play these games with the NVIDIA thing. That's more avenues. That's more money because these people have to buy these games. guess who gets the profit? Even if they buy it off of Steam, Microsoft gets the money. And they need to change the way they think. If I was them, I would release Spider-Man to PC as soon as possible. So you can get some instant profit while the game is still fresh. While the game is still fresh in people's mind. Debug it before you bring it to PC because you know they heard the rumors about the problems. So fix all that, bring it there. Even if you got to bring it January, but fix all the problems before you port it over there.
And
but
bring
at least that
PSVR to the PC.
Well, we all know that, but I don't know how they're gonna feel about that.
Yeah, we don't know about that.
Yeah,
I mean USB Type-C.
Yeah, I know, but it's the programming they'd have to, put into it on the PC. There has to be an what do you call it? An update for the PC to handle that. But these are the steps you need to take to at least get moderately caught up with where Xbox is going. Because you say you got games as a service and 4 to 5 years, maybe 6 years before they come out. That's a long time to not have the games that you are trying to get that you've never, ever took an interest in. Get your regular games with multiplayer, your first-party games with multiplayer. Bring out the ones that you know had great multiplayers that people loved and enjoyed, except Dark. Dark don't play multiplayer.
I'll put them in the chat too. Go ahead and read the ones I put in the chat.
Oh, I'm just running. I'm almost done.
Okay. No. I want you to read the games that I put in the chat.
Yeah, okay. I'll read them later. But change your house. You're changing the wrong people out. You're changing the people that were making suggestions to you that would have been good for your console. Why? I have no idea. That woman's been there 36 years.
34.
She's been nothing but 34 years.
Yeah.
She's been nothing but dedicated to you. All she tried to do is improve you and make you better. But for some reason, you wouldn't listen to her in the latter years, the previous years that we've had. You wouldn't take her advice. But now you can her, and then people walk out with her because they were frustrated. They got tired of it. After you fired her, that doesn't make no sense. And then I don't know what the truth is. The truth is with the other guy that was running the whole company.
John Layton.
It is what it was. I can't control that. That's your own call to do what y'all had to do. But I think he was also too late to the party. Because I think he was being restricted from the big bosses in Japan. And they probably wouldn't let him do what he wanted to do to help it thrive. Sure, they made him quick boost some money with the price increases and all that stuff. But that will only get you so far if you don't innovate with everybody else. Even the Switch has cloud gaming. And it runs pretty good. So that's pretty much all I got to say on that. You see, I didn't say the other thing, Dark. I'm being nice. But that's the innovation that I feel that they should take to catch up. It'll be longer for them to catch up, but at least they will be on the right start. Give people multiplayer games first before you evolve to games as a service. Let your games as a service be developing in the back end. But in the meantime, give them multiplayer with DLC later on. That'll bring you extra profit. That's it. I'm done. Next.
Great point. Verge Brizzle in the chat said, I like SOCOM, but I don't think that it is it. It's for the hardcore, not fun for casuals. PlayStation can bring resistance, though, in my opinion. I think that they should bring both.
And don't forget Mag.
I would bring Mag. I mean, Mag was busted, but it's not like Sony has not tried to innovate and do the things that they were trying to do. I mean, going with PlayStation Home, which was creepy, all that other stuff. But
PlayStation Home
it's innovation.
could have been for the VR.
Right.
They could
Like,
have used that for VR.
oh, I mean, there's so much potential that PlayStation could have done. Like, I mean, it's no different than like with Microsoft with like the Zune and all the stuff, and you know, when Windows Phone and all that stuff. But the thing of it is that like it's what like with the previous super chat said. Sony is over here touting third party games that they just mark as exclusive. That's not the way that that's not, and that is not the way that Sony has put themselves out there. Like, you know, and people now actually calling that shit is not right. Like, I mean, that is weird. That is real weird.
Look at Alan Wake. He got advertised on the Microsoft showcase.
Yep. So did what's it?
Metal
Delta.
Gear. Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Metal Gear 3, Snake Eater. But anyway, Dark, to end this one, to end this topic right here and get on to what we talking about, the greatness of Madam President Sarah Bond, to end our show tonight. What is your thoughts about what everybody had to say? That's why I wanted to go to you last. Should people be concerned? I mean, should you, as a PlayStation first gamer, are you a little concerned? And is this the worst year for PlayStation ever for the information that we got this year?
I'm concerned for next year. I'm not concerned for the future of PlayStation.
Okay.
Only for the simple fact that they're trimming the fat already. Right. They're trimming the fat. They're getting rid of people that they probably felt like wasn't gonna sustain a good enough revenue for them in the future. So they are getting rid of people. That's what you do when you're, you know, when you're trying to restructure, and they're restructuring right now. So I think, you know, the beginning of this generation, I'm going to say this, that PlayStation wasn't prepared for what the future of gaming was going to be, which is all digital. That's where we're headed, people. We're headed to all digital. Huh. Cloud, streaming, Game Pass type of digital stuff. Will there still be physical? Yes, there will still be a physical, probably media for a little time now. But if you look at the music industry, you look at the film industry, it's all going towards the digital age, right? I mean, literally just what, a week ago, Best Buy announced that they're not selling any more DVDs, Blu-rays for movies, period. Eventually that'll happen with games. Not saying it's going to happen right now, not saying that it's happening tomorrow or next generation, but at some point in the future, that's what's going to happen. And you'll only be able to buy physical media from like places like Limited Run or from the actual website, but it'll be limited to a certain amount of copies. It won't be like how it is now where you can buy them anywhere and everywhere. The PlayStation is very much in a spot of they weren't prepared for that. Microsoft was well prepared for it. Clearly because of the fact that they have Game Pass, they have cloud gaming, they have streaming of games. That's where they saw the future going, and that's where they went. And PlayStation didn't want to go there at that moment or whatever.
Dark, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to push back just a little bit because you said that PlayStation wasn't ready, but yet they had Gaikai. They bought Gaikai earlier before Microsoft even thought about cloud gaming so that they can have their PlayStation Now service.
They weren't, but they're not prepared for it. They're not prepared for that stuff yet. They bought Gaikai what? How many years ago?
2013.
They still haven't.
2012,
they still haven't been prepared for it. It's because they still have that old mentality of old mindset that if you give people a console, you have to have the exclusive games, third-party exclusives, things like that, to generate revenue. They
And
they didn't they didn't factor in something like Game Pass. They clearly didn't factor in something like that. They thought Game Pass was going to go the way of the dodo bird, and it didn't.
So what was their thinking when it came to them? Because they had the blueprint right there, and they started it with the streaming, and they started it with this everything as a service type thing.
They did.
What fell apart?
They're greed, like K Meg is saying, but it's also the fan base. The fan base very much just wasn't ready for that at that time. Wasn't ready for it.
Xbox One.
Like now, people are ready for it. People are ready for
Xbox One. Yeah.
People are ready for that. I mean, more and more people buying games digitally than buying physically now. You know, there are still those people that are still buying physical. Yes, there will always be somebody out there that's going to buy physical. I'm not saying physical is going away completely, because that's not the case. That'll never happen. You can still buy music CDs on Amazon, or you can still buy music CDs from the actual, companies that make those things. You can still buy that stuff. It's just, it'll be limited. It'll be, less of it. It won't be as much. So that's the thing. Like, I think Sony wasn't prepared for that. And they're kind of just being like, well, we have to, really, not, future generations, really, no more 4K Blu-rays movies, no more 4K Blu-ray movies at Best Buy starting January. So that means if you are, starting January, you are not going to get any more Blu-rays sold at Best Buy. They might still have them online. But they're not going to be selling them. Amazon will have them, right? Exactly. There'll be places that'll have them. I'm just saying that, like, brick and mortar, has been going away for a long time. So brick and mortar is going to go away eventually. At some point, we'll have to buy stuff online and things like that.
Unfortunately, yep.
But you've seen it, like, from last generation to this generation, more and more people are buying digital content. People are buying digital things. People are going out there and being like, oh, I don't have to spend, that's why you see more digital sales, on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, you've seen a lot more sales lately than you have in the past, right? Like, I mean, I've seen, so it's just, I think, PlayStation isn't in a good position to completely go that route, and that's where the future is going. That's where the future is in gaming, is digital. Get your things instantly whenever you can. As soon as the game's done, ready to go, they put it right on the store date. As soon as it's done, boom, there it is. There you go. Here's the movie. Here's the game. Here's whatever. And PlayStation just wasn't prepared for that. The woman who was probably, what happened is that she probably suggested something like that, and they were like, nah. Because they're still in that old mentality of thinking. They're still in that old mentality of, we have to, we have to make our console and give people exclusives and third-party, deals or whatever. And that's not the way that the gaming is going at all. Like, it's just not. It's not going that direction. So I think, it sucks that she's gone now. It sucks that she's leaving. But like I said, they're trimming the fat. I didn't mean it as in it's a good thing that they're trimming the fat, because sometimes it's not. A lot of times it's not a good thing. So
you think they're trimming the fat in the wrong places, Dark?
Some places, yes. I think with Jim Ryan, they should have gotten rid of him. Period. Like, he should have been gone. He's not the right fit for gaming. He's more of a like, he reminds me of like what's his name? The Apple guy.
Steve Jobs.
Steve
Not
Jobs?
No, not Steve Jobs. Tim's. Oh shit! What is
No,
his
not Tim. Not
name?
Tim.
Steve Cook. No, wait. Is it Tim Cook or
No,
Steve Cook?
no, not Tim Cook. No.
Okay.
Old guy. He was
Oh, I have no
a
idea.
past Apple.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I have no
But
idea.
he worked for Pepsi. He worked for Pepsi before he came to Apple. And that's kind of how Jim Ryan reminds me of. He reminds me of somebody who worked at somewhere else that doesn't know anything about what he's getting into, right? Because he didn't even know. He laughed at the fact that PlayStation had a history of PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. He laughed at it.
He did.
And he wasn't. He's not the right. He clearly at that moment, everybody should have said he's not the right fit for PlayStation.
Yeah, he said he was the one that said, "Who wants to play old games? These look terrible." Isn't he the one that said that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
he did.
yeah,
he was the one
did.
that said that these
And
games look
Yoshida
terrible.
said the same thing too. Yeah, not the same, but to the same degree. Yeah.
He was even the one that said, "Who wants to play old games?"
Right.
No one wants to play old games, and that's clearly not the case. That is
But
clearly
you keep
not
bringing us remakes and remasters.
Yeah, right, exactly. You keep bringing us remakes, or you keep, enhancing the old stuff that you had before, right?
Or cutting and pasting.
I mean, there is a lot of cut and paste. I think there's still some more. I think there's some innovation at Sony. Is it good innovation? Not necessarily, no. But there is still some innovation there. With the whole, some of the peripherals that they've come out with and stuff like that, they've done some really, really innovative things with those. But yeah, I think, it's definitely concerning as to what's going on over there. I even, gave a list of games, I think, when Thrash was on, of games that were coming to PlayStation. But majority of those games didn't. Majority of those games, we didn't even know if they were going to come out in 2024, And that's the thing, like, with Wolverine, like, we can't even say Wolverine's coming out in 2024 because that came from Jeff Grubb, that the 2024, he said that it could be as early as 2024. That's what he said. And people ran with that and was like, "Oh, it's going to be 2024," and it's not. It's not.
I think we all had the thought process that it was 2025.
Because because Insomniac's been saying that. Insomniac's been saying we're aiming for a 2025, but then Jeff Grubb came out and said, "Well, it could be as early as 2024," just to get get people to get hyped or whatever.
Like that day, you actually agreed with me with factions being in The Last of Us 3. You actually agreed with me
for what?
On that. When I said factions will probably become The Last of Us 3. And
I think honestly, I think that would be a smart move to put factions in there.
Yeah, but it's been canceled though.
But that's the thing.
No, that doesn't mean
they didn't say it was canceled.
Well,
they haven't said it was canceled.
It's on ice right now. It's on ice.
It's on ice, but it's not
canceled.
Yeah, it's not canceled.
Yeah. Well, hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
Because there was.
I told him, it should come in Last of Us 3, and Dark actually agreed with me.
Because there was something in May that they sent out through Twitter that they said that they're still working on factions, but it's on a hiatus right now.
Right.
Man, I lost my train of thought there because we were talking about factions.
Right. It happens.
Either way, the concerning thing is that people should be talking about what's gonna happen with PlayStation, and people aren't. People aren't talking about what's going on PlayStation. All those guys are all caught up in what Xbox is doing. Don't worry about what Xbox is doing. Worry about what's going on at PlayStation, because this is a little concerning as to we have no idea what's coming. from PlayStation next year. We know Helldivers 2, but is that going to be a big game? No. We know Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Is that a first party? No. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Is that a first party?
Nope.
No. So what's coming from their first party?
Nope.
Those are the only reason why I mentioned those 3 games are because those games have release dates for the PlayStation.
Right.
Those are the only 3 games that are exclusive to the PlayStation brand that are going to be released next year, that have a release date. So let's see. Let me look at what.
Chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna look at right now.
I'm not going.
The Last of Us multiplayer canceled by Naughty Dog themselves.
Yep.
Clutch points. This was 2 weeks ago, huh?
Oh, did this come out 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
But Naughty Dog, this came out 2 weeks ago, but Naughty Dog hasn't come out and said anything. So I don't know if
but
this
I mean,
is...
but the way, but this is, I mean, the whole Connie situation.
Let's not act like
calm down, Sir X-Man.
I think we need to hear from them first.
But see, but this is. But let me make this point. We heard the same thing in regards to the Connie situation when Jaffe brought this up 2 weeks ago, and
did he bring
Sony just now? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks ago, and
I thought you said
Sony.
No.
Yeah, and Sony just released this information. We've been hearing stuff about factions for a minute now. I don't know about the reporting and how accurate that is because I haven't seen it. But if it's canceled, like
then there was probably
like you were saying earlier, is Sony going to go ahead and come out and say, well, it's canceled so they can hear more flack? And then it comes back to the question that I was asking in the beginning is like, is this the worst year for PlayStation ever? And I have to say yes for myself personally.
I don't think did I mention that at all?
No, you didn't. You didn't yet.
I don't think it's the worst year.
Okay.
And for the simple fact that 2014 was pretty scarce for first party. There was nothing. There was literally just indie games that they came out with, and they weren't even first party indie games. They were third party, second party indie games. They came out in 2014. So I think they've had worse years than this year when it comes to games coming out.
Yeah, but when we say that to your pony brother and they get mad, what did Xbox come at? Then we get the list and stuff, and they be like, they were all third party games that came to your console. Yeah, but
but you already know that I'm not like them already.
I know you are. And that's trashy here, but you know.
Oh God, jeez, my God. You know, it's really. Has it been a sparse year for Sony? Absolutely. I will say that. But is it their worst year? No, I don't think it is.
Which one was their worst year? Because I couldn't find anything.
2014 for me. I would say 2014 would probably be the worst year for them.
Nope. Not for
They were kicking Xbox's tail at that point.
But they didn't have. But I'm saying like in terms of games. They didn't have anything.
Talking overall. We're talking overall.
Yeah.
Overall? Oh.
Yeah.
During the PS3 days, it was worse. It was worse for them.
Yeah, he's right. At the beginning of PS3.
And the beginning of the PS3, dude, absolutely it was worse.
I disagree. I'm going to let you
finish. I don't know how you can disagree with that.
Hold on. I'm going to let you.
I want you to explain how you disagree with that.
Well, because
doesn't make any sense.
Well, because I want to get saying Sarah Bond her flowers, and so I don't want to take up all this time for this. But
no, just say,
my point. It's simple. Why PlayStation? Okay, yes, PlayStation had a very bad year. I mean, had a very bad. Well, see, several years, but they still did okay. Like they had the situation with PlayStation 3 when they came with the price, right? That was bad. Then they had the hacking situation. That was bad. Then they had the other situation where games like Oblivion and Skyrim and Mass Effect, they were broken on PlayStation, but they played very well on Xbox 360. Yes, but it wasn't all in one year. I have never seen anything like this in the era of PlayStation, where you had three major pieces to PlayStation get let go. It wasn't that they decided to walk; they got fired. On top of that,
what was the other one? You said 3, right?
Yeah, yes, 3.
Jim Ryan, Connie Booth,
and then
the rest of Connie Booth's team.
Well, no. It's another guy, but I posted it. I need
Sean
to go find
Layden
it.
was back in
No.
2019 or 2017. Sorry.
No,
well, Sean Layden wasn't president. CEO.
I posted. I'll go look for it. But it's 3 major people that left. Hold on, I'll find it. But anyway, regardless of that, when I find it, anyway, while I'm looking for it, the other factor to this is that their video game output for their first party has been anemic, and their sales.
But I thought we couldn't use that though.
What?
Because if we were using that, then 2014 is still the worst.
No, because no, absolutely not. Because I mean, okay, they still was good. They had the games didn't sell very well,
or even PS3.
But no, but hold on, let me finish. But no, because PlayStations were flying off the shelves, just like PlayStations are flying off the shelves now. But even
not really until the PS3 Slim. They weren't really flying off the shelves until the PS3.
Yeah, but the price came down.
But it's not all within the same year, though, Dark. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm selling to you. And Ham and everybody else. That is all culminated through that generation. This year, you have numbers that are down. PlayStation, Spider-Man sold 2.5 million, which is fantastic. But then they even had to come back and say, well, the physical sales are down, and even got ass dog walked by PlayStation's by Spider-Man's 2018 year of physical sales. You got PlayStation community themselves that over here touting third-party games instead of their first-party games. When you look at Baldur's Gate 3, you look at Final Fantasy 16. Worse, the sales has been going down on all exclusives, and then you get the top 10 on both charts from PlayStation, and not one PlayStation in September, not one PlayStation game in there. And remember, Baldur's Gate 3 was supposed to be y'all's game because it was exclusive. On top of the fact of the 3 major people that left, this is the worst year I've ever seen PlayStation in my history of being around PlayStation and following PlayStation, in my opinion.
I mean, you know more about PlayStation.
Wait, hold on. Let me give you the.
I ain't gonna do that. Don't do that.
Release titles on 2014. Let me give you 2014's release titles that were from PlayStation. So you had Infamous Second Son,
first party.
Then then you had, I think was Octodad Deadliest Catch, was that first party?
No.
It was on
okay.
Nintendo also, yeah.
All right, there was MLB The Show 14.
First party at that time.
Yeah. All right, let me keep on scrolling through because a lot of the Pixel Junk Shooter Ultimate, that's first party.
Never heard of it.
That's on PC as well.
Well, that's first party though. That's
but
Sony's
it's still first
game.
party.
Yeah.
And then let me go. This one is in the summertime. Last of Us Remastered in 2014.
I don't think those should count.
Yeah.
No, it counts. It's first party.
It still counts.
Yeah.
Let me keep on going. Now we're in the fall winter time. Drive Club.
5.
That's the first party.
And and let's see a little bit more. There's more. Little Big Planet 3.
6 to 2.
That was it?
6 to 2.
Those were in 2014.
6 to 2.
And
then
I guess I remember it differently because of the fact that I didn't play most of those games because I don't play.
Yeah, you don't play those
games
like that.
Because
I remember it differently. I'll admit I remember it differently, but
yeah, but Andrew House was the one that came on stage and says it was sparse.
Right.
He was the one that said it was sparse, but yet they released 6 games in 2014. Explain that.
Yeah, we don't want to go down our list.
I mean, they've had sparser years than this year. I think they've had even in the PS3 era,
two first party.
In PlayStation 3, in the PlayStation 3 era, dude, they had several years where they didn't have any games. They had to actually build some of those games. Yes, they did.
They had about 2 years before they came out with a game.
2 years, and then when Uncharted came out, that's when people were like, "Oh, okay, they're finally starting to have games."
Yep.
From PlayStation.
No.
So there was years that were more sparse than this year, but I will have to agree with you on the fact of people. If we're talking about the entirety of the year, people leaving, people not, and then you're talking about revenue, things like that, then yeah, I mean they were down bad. But if we're gonna go by games, nah, like this wasn't the year that was that sparse for PlayStation.
Oh no, it was very sparse. It was very okay. Even if you count the third party, the second and third party that PlayStation kept exclusive, Forspoken, Final Fantasy, to the little game, the little indie game that got high acclaim, Chia. And if you even want, and I'll even throw in Baldur's Gate 3, you still got less than what 2014 was. First party.
But it's still not the worst year. If it comes to games, it wasn't the worst year.
Brother, PlayStation's only have 2 first party titles. PlayStation has multiple veterans, 3 of them. I got to find who that third one is. If somebody in the chat will please let me know, please, because I know I posted it and I can't find it right now. 3 that left this year alone. On top of the fact,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, all their sales numbers is down. Spider-Man is the only game left in 2023 that they can have any type of salvage of this year looking like a success. I've never seen PlayStation in such a bad place, to the point to where PlayStation stands. The most diehard PlayStation fans are counting third-party games that aren't exclusive, like Baldur's Gate 3, as an exclusive to battle against an Xbox game. I have never seen that. I've never seen even the media to the point. I've never seen Spider-Man get a PlayStation exclusive get cooked like Spider-Man did, or even Final Fantasy did. Final Fantasy 16.
Some of that was unwarranted though for Spider-Man.
Brother,
a lot of that was
unwarranted. Saying is
unwarranted.
I've never seen anything like this in any of the time that I've been a PlayStation gamer.
Yeah, if we're talking about
never
games,
seen this. Never seen
if
this.
we're going by only games, I think they've had sparser years than that.
Okay.
If we're only going by games.
Okay.
But if we're going by everything, yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the worst years, for sure.
Yeah, I've never seen.
I wouldn't say it's the
before.
worst, but I would say it's one of the worst.
Okay, all right. I just think it's unprecedented.
Because that hack,
I've never seen this before.
when they got hacked, that was one of the worst.
No. That is one of the worst times, but it wasn't. But they still had. But like I said, it's the PlayStation 3 era was probably the worst generation for PlayStation, but it wasn't all within the same year. It was multiple things that happened throughout that generation. This is all going on within the same year. You lose your CEO. You lose a woman. You lose a credible vet.
Well, they didn't lose him yet because he's still there until 2024. So he's not.
Bro, he's not making any decisions.
He's not making any decisions, but he's still there.
You know how this works. It's like Bobby Kotick. He's there until the end of the year, but he's not making no decisions. He's just there as a prop.
I don't even think Jim Ryan even made any decisions when he was at PlayStation anyways. Because
he made decisions.
He made decisions. Dark.
Yes, sir.
Make it dark. Even when we had a slow year last year, we had our Xbox exclusive multiplayers.
Now stop that shit. Sir X-Man, shut up. Hush. No, stop. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. I'm not going to allow you to do that. Listen, Pendament got high acclaim. Nobody even cared.
Yeah,
Grounded, now people did care about Grounded. Grounded did very well. And As Dusk Falls, I loved As Dusk Falls. I thought As Dusk Falls was fantastic. But let's not get carried away.
But people still didn't care about that.
Yeah. Let's not get carried away here.
Do not
talk about Xbox 2022 ever. That is something that is going to be erased out of our minds. Leave it alone.
Still,
leave it alone.
You know I love Xbox, but it's still
leave it alone. Don't do that
because the multiplayers kept us alive.
No. Hush. No, let it go.
No, because most of those
2021 and beyond.
Most of those multiplayer games were third party anyway.
Yes, like Scarlet Nexus. Yes, I was happy for it, but stop it.
Which ones? Which ones?
Stop it.
Stop it. Let that go. Okay.
I don't think you can name them because no one.
I actually can name them, but I'm not.
Go ahead and name them. Go ahead and name them so you can go ahead and get us cooked. Go ahead.
You had Sea of Thieves. You had Gears of
War. That didn't come out last year. That didn't come out last year.
No, I'm talking about games that were still getting played.
Stop it.
Yeah, you can't do that. If we're talking about games that came out that year,
stop it. No, Sir X-Man. Sir, no, Sir X-Man, please. No. let that sleeping dog lie. 2022 is dead. It was a horrible year for Xbox. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, God, not Frozen. Please stop quoting.
Last topic of the night. Let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. Let's talk about.
It's worth it, baby.
Let's talk about this.
We still got one more, but you know.
No. This is it. We ain't gonna do the rankings because we're too far gone on this one. We'll try to bring the rankings in next week. I got Starfield to jump on. I probably am going to try to jump on some Alan Wake 2, get scared again, and cut that shit off. Anyway, but I do need to download Baldur's Gate.
You'd be like later.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it off and download Baldur's Gate. Anyway, Sarah Bond has got Xbox overall, Xbox has done some shaking and baking, and there has been a big major shakeup of people moving this direction, going that direction. Matt Booty is now in charge of ZeniMax, which is I guess he is in charge of ZeniMax with Todd Howard. I kind of don't know how those their positions are structured, but Matt Booty is there at ZeniMax. But the biggest thing, and then there's all different types of other moves that's been going on, but the biggest one I think for me and hopefully for the panel is that Sarah Bond has made history. And I got a lot of pushback from certain people. I'll talk about that here a little bit later, but Sarah Bond is now the new president of Xbox. No woman of color has ever had that prestige label at any gaming company in the history of gaming. We're talking about a black woman that that started from the bottom and is now is in third position of being the head of Xbox. That is huge. Ham Solo, brother, how significant is this move for not only for Sarah Bond, but for Xbox itself to put this to have a person that has never been put in this position before, a black woman, to have this label behind her? Is this something that warms your heart a little bit, or is this just business as usual? Where are you at on this situation?
I mean, it's something that should be normalized, so celebrating is unnecessary.
Okay.
To be honest. But seeing at the day and age that we're in right now, I feel like happiness should overcome me a little bit, that you're seeing this type of change actually happen before our own eyes within a company that a lot of people have dogged out throughout years, saying, where's the diversity? All I see is white. I mean, geez Louise, I just seen old boy from Cliffy B out there saying a whole lot of white people in that picture, talking about the picture with Phil Spencer and like them, talking with Activision Blizzard people with the whole meeting this last week. I thought that was interesting that he says a whole lot of white people in that picture, and then within the same week, it's like people are out here stepping on landmines. It's hilarious because it's just like, what was the thing? the Redfall thing that IGN put out, and then 60 FPS same day, and then oh man, a lot of white people, and then a couple days later, Sarah Bond's the president. Oh, black woman. Yeah, how about that? So it's just like these landmines that people are just stepping on left and right just to try to say whatever, stand on whatever hill that they want to stand on, and yell from the top of their lungs. But yeah, I think this is a good thing all around for gaming, and especially for Xbox. Like I said, from the light that they've been seen in. As for her, she has a lot of work to do. Really, I mean, I feel like 10% is getting the job. The other 90% is proving you're worth it. So, she has a lot to still prove at this point. Yeah, she's proven a lot to this point, but new title, new game. So it's just like, and here's the thing. Here's what I like about Sarah Bond. And I said this on my show earlier today. She reminds me of my aunt, specifically if I were my aunt Renita. She lives out in Florida. Really really nice woman, really like you'd look at her and you'd think she is a lot younger than what she is. She's a good looking woman, right? But she's really kind, but she's kind and also has that glare to be like, boy, don't fuck with me.
Cutthroat.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when I would like I remember specifically when I spilled some Kool-Aid on her couch, right? And it was all white.
Oh yeah,
couch.
you messed up, bro.
I fucked up, right?
You messed up.
I got my butt whooping for that, right? But what hurt even more is that I disappointed her. That hurt more than the spanking, because I'm over here visiting her house in Florida. She taking me out to these dang things. Universal and shit like that, and I'm over here fucking up her couch, grinding my feet, shit like that, right? Ooh. Fuck your couch. Like, I mean, it's just like to me, she just kind of gives off that sense that you don't want to disappoint. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just kind of get that sense from her where I feel like if her team says we have your back, that they actually do. And if she figures out that somebody in there is not exactly, with the squad, with the shit, she has the corporate background to be like, fuck up out of here. She does have that corporate background, that Harvard business type shit going on. Like, she looks all nice, pretty, all the smiles and shit like that. Like I said, just like my auntie. But you go ahead and make her mad. I don't know. I don't want to see that. There's a reason you ain't seen that. There's a reason you ain't seen her get on the mic and sound wild. Sound like she don't know what she's talking about. She know exactly what the fuck she do. And that, for me, is exciting. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see somebody that's in control, business oriented, but knows how to relate with the customer base at the same time. That's the one thing that Jim Ryan missed. He was great with his numbers. He was great with business, but he had zero attraction when it came to him and the gamer. There was no relationship there. There was no, I feel you, Jim. There was just, what do you got for me? All right, get the fuck up out of here.
No machismo.
And I found out who Evan Wells from Naughty Dog left this year in July.
Oh
yeah. I knew it was 3. That's why I was like, yeah. So, but anyway, regardless. But no, Ham, that was perfectly said. When you talked about the auntie, yeah, bro, you don't mess with, nah. And did
she didn't have that plastic on her couch?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She was she was so confident she didn't have that plastic on the couch. Yeah, bro. Nah, you really fucked up.
This is the same auntie that was married to my uncle that worked at Pepsi that I said got them dream casts.
Oh,
Ain't no plastic in that house. They had that cash. They had that cash to be like, oh, you fucked up our couch, and I'll never let you live that down, but we finna buy another couch.
Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and go to Dark on this one. Sarah Bond, she's got in a position, and listen, like I said, I've been getting a lot of flack. I'm gonna be last and give my points of view on this and why I think that this is so historic. But for you, your take on this. Is this a big deal for Microsoft and also for gaming in general, for this woman to get this high of a position in gaming?
To me, she's already the president of Microsoft.
Let's go.
I'm just saying she's the head of Xbox. I mean, she's been running it for a little while now. I mean, she's definitely been, what was she before? She was like Game Pass, like she was part of Game Pass, like totally part of that. So like she definitely got this promotion well deserved, right? But also with what Ham said, definitely she does have some stuff to prove with that position, right? Like when you get a new position, you definitely you don't just keep, that same type of, you try to go above and beyond, right? Like you don't try to keep that same mentality. You try to go above and beyond once you get promoted. So then you can get promoted again, and then you can get promoted again or whatever. So I think, she definitely has some stuff to throw out there and prove. But at the same time, I'm happy because it's well deserved, man. It's been one of those things that like this should have happened a long ass time ago, and it never did. And now it's happening. And do I think we should praise it? To a certain extent, yes. We should, because it's well deserved. But do I think that this should have been happening? Absolutely. This should have happened 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years ago. This should have happened a lot for her, because of the fact of what she did with Game Pass and what she's done with the company already. This should have happened a while ago, because the way she, not only just the way she interacts with the community, but the way that she interacts as a business person, as somebody who's in business. And you can tell that she cares about what's going on at Xbox. She cares about what is going to happen for the future of Xbox. So that's the kind of person you want in that position, is to be somebody who is completely that is completely invested in what the company's trying to promote, right? Unlike Jim Ryan, where she's absolutely like that. And I saw something earlier today saying some stupid ass pony said something about she plays phone games all the time or some dumbass shit like that.
You just know the only gaming she does is
mobile or something.
It's over. Yeah. I'm looking
at that. That's the direction that they're going, is mobile. So
I mean, yes, but no. I think she also plays.
She plays all different types of games. Yeah,
all kinds of games. I think she even said at one point that she was playing Sea of Thieves and talking about how Sea of Thieves was, this game and stuff. And so
she's a fan of Japanese games as well. That's why she's so adamant of bringing these games.
I feel like PlayStation gamer. I feel like the ponies are just mad at the fact that on the Xbox side, there are people who are running that company who care and who actually interact with the community and who actually play video games. I think they are jealous of that. That's why I think that they lash out and say certain things and stuff like that. Because it's like, what's the point of it? You know, if you're gonna lash out like that, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why you're doing that, because this is somebody who has been. I mean, she's been. I think she's been with Microsoft for a long time. Like, she hasn't. I don't think she was with Xbox for that much, for like 10, 20 years, but she's been with Microsoft for, I think, for quite a while. I could be wrong on that. She could have been with Xbox already. I see Viper. Hopefully he's looking that up.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because she definitely deserves this. This is well deserved. This is something that I think, you know, I mean, she's what? I mean, she's just all she's got to answer to is just two people. Yep. You know, yep. And even at that point,
and maybe it's just only one. Just Phil.
Yeah, at that point, it might be only just one. You know.
She joined in 2017.
I was gonna say, yeah,
okay,
2017.
Yeah. So yeah, she hasn't even been there. That, like, I mean, she's been there for a while, but she hasn't been there to the extent of like Phil Spencer or somebody like that. And look at where she's accomplished in that
Maybe
time
frame. In gaming before that too. She's might have been in the gaming division. Yeah.
So, and you can tell that she cares. So that's what I like. I've always liked Sarah Bond, and I think Sarah Bond will definitely be CEO of Xbox at some point. I don't know when, but she will definitely be taking over. I think Phil Spencer's position at some point, unless they decide, oh, Matt Booty needs to take that position or something like that. But
no, I thought that what ABKdeal said was pretty ridiculous, honestly.
What did he say?
He said, I've seen on X that Matt Booty does not deserve his promotion, since the games he's released are low quality for Xbox first party. And then he pushes back and he says, because I guess Sir X-Man said something to him, and he says, they kind of do have a point, Sir X-Man. They haven't had a 90 Metacritic on Xbox for the first party since he has been there. Bro.
Hello, Forza Horizon 5. Hello.
Facts.
That's not our fault we can't get a 90, because everybody keeps dumping on every Microsoft
but they did, and so did Pentiment. And so did, you know what I'm saying?
Pentiment got an 80 in the 80s.
There's multiple. I thought Pentiment got a 90.
I thought he got a 90.
It was an 80, it was an 83. It was an 83.
No, Pentiment was way higher than an 83.
I thought Pentiment got like 10s across the board.
Yeah, it got 10 across the board.
At least from what I saw from like, I guess, the big three publisher or the big three media. I saw 10s.
Like they was giving.
Do you people ever hear about the Xbox tax? The Xbox tax. Remember? That knocks games down. Come on, man.
Pentiment's an 86.
When people Pentiment was an 86. Okay, so like, you know what I'm saying, overall. 86. So like, because you were seeing the same shit from the kid.
With him being in the position that he's in,
right?
He hasn't done a terrible job. I mean, he hasn't done the job like
Xbox was getting games in the 60s and in the 60s and
before they came
50s,
into
60s, and 70s. Like, what are you talking about?
Before him and Sarah Bond came into the Xbox, you know, ecosystem, like you said, K Mega, the only games that were really hitting in the 80s to 90s were like Gears and Forza.
That's it.
And then everything else was like, no, it wasn't getting any.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves was a 64.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Quantum Break, which was a great game, got like a 50 or something like that.
Quantum Break got like a
was it in the
69 or 70 or 60? Something like that. Yeah, it was in the 60s.
That was a great game.
Yeah, I don't know why that game got a 60.
State of Decay 2.
Rise, Son of Rome.
Yeah, State of Decay 2 was like I think it was like a 70 something, like a 72 or something like that.
What did Dead Rising 3 get?
Oh, it got low scores.
Did it get low scores?
Yeah,
too?
it got real low scores.
Yeah.
It got shut down because of the low scores and the lack of sales.
Yeah, see, before these two came into
Crackdown got
even
like no, what is he talking
existence
about?
of Xbox. Xbox
was getting cooked back in
they were.
from 2017 on.
Titanfall got hit too.
No, I'm like
Titanfall
got a 90 something though. So that
yeah,
Titanfall didn't get
they
hit.
knocked it down. They didn't
knock it down. They didn't knock it down, Sir Xbox.
Anyway, it didn't get knocked down until they came out with that stupid tweet where they were like, "Oh, it looks better in blue."
That was Titanfall 2. That was Titanfall 2.
Yeah, Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 1 got high acclaims.
Yeah, because me and K Mega was hot about that on the show.
Yeah. Like, I was like, that was crazy.
Man.
But let's go on and move on to Viper. Your thoughts about Sarah Bond? Your thoughts about this, man. And this is history. And, and it upsets me that I see people that's trying to deflate it and trying to make it out to be, well, it shouldn't be like this. And why is it has to be about color and things like that. Please explain how important this is in gaming.
All right, so it is important in gaming because just like so many people said with Miles Morales, that, oh, finally, we have a superhero that looks like us, that represents us.
Facts.
Remember when people said that about Miles Morales? Now let's say that about Sarah Bond, a Black woman that represents us in the corporate world. Okay? Yes, she also represents the gamers as well, but let's have this moment. Because the fact is, will we see it again? Possibly. But for now, let us enjoy it right now because she deserves it. She's put in a lot of work since she's been there since 2017. She's put in so much work with Game Pass. She's put in so much work with the Japanese market to get them to bring the games over to Game Pass, bring them over to the Xbox. So that is the major turning point for Microsoft, is the fact that the games that were missing out on their platforms, it was Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer going over to Japan and making this stuff happen. Okay. Now, Phil Spencer is CEO of gaming for Microsoft. Okay. Who was he grooming from the beginning? He was grooming Sarah Bond. Everybody knows this. This is no secret. She was being groomed from the beginning to take over when Phil Spencer leaves. That's the sentiment throughout all of gaming media and the content creators. They know Sarah Bond is next in line after Phil Spencer goes. So this is just that next step. In terms of Matt Booty, well, I mean, who else was going to take over for ZeniMax? You have the Pit Bull taking over for ZeniMax, right? So we found out during this ABK thing how much of how ruthless he is. So maybe that's what we need. Maybe we did need to get rid of the guy who decided that, oh, I'm sorry, PlayStation fans, that we're not bringing Starfield to the PlayStation 5. Really? You got bought up by Microsoft, and you want to be sorry to the PlayStation fans for your stuff going exclusive. That's how business works. And I'm glad he's leaving. I'm really glad he's leaving, because what the situation with Redfall, yeah, get his ass out of here. And then Matt Booty gets put in charge. Good. I want that to happen. I want there to be no longer any situations like Redfall. I don't want there to be any more situations where we are losing people from these studios because they're pushing stuff onto the developers and then a bunch of them leave in droves. Because are we going to truly get that third Dishonored game? Is it going to be like the previous Dishonored? Probably not, because most of them are gone. Didn't they say about 74% of the studio or the developers left the studio when they were being forced to do Redfall? So I think this is a good move. I think Matt Booty in that position is great. I think that at first, I really wanted Sarah Bond to take over Activision Blizzard, but I realized she didn't need to, be put in that situation in the most toxic work environment out there. So I'm glad that she's in charge of Xbox first part. Well, just basically Xbox as a whole. I'm glad she's in charge of Xbox, and then we can get somebody else to do Activision Blizzard. As a matter of fact, we already got 2 people over there right now. We've got and see, now the names are starting to miss me, but the guy who used to work with the Coalition, and then the guy who used to be at Turn 10. So those 2 guys are over there, and one of them can be pushed up to the forefront. So I think what is going on right now, I think we should be happy and celebrate the fact that people who did their jobs and they were open and honest with the public, and they didn't hide anything from you. They didn't make you feel insignificant when you talk to them. I mean, I think they truly do deserve this, and I just cannot wait to see who is going to replace Bobby Kotick, because that bastard needs to go.
Yeah, I think
he's gonna get replaced.
Yeah, I think it's Mikey. I think it's Mikey Barr. Yeah. Like I see ABKdeal posted this. Yeah, because that's who I was going to say.
Rod Ferguson.
Right, it's Ferguson or Mikey Barr. Right, like. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things to me. It is. I don't know. Like I said, it's not my turn. I got Sir X-Man, and then it's my turn. Sir X-Man, go ahead, man. Give us your thoughts about Sarah Bond and her position and just the whole restructuring of what is going on with Xbox right now.
Go, sister. You go out there and get your Oprah Winfrey on, girl. Get your Oprah Winfrey on, girl. Get it, baby. But now I'm happy for her, man. You know, she deserves it.
You get a car.
She's been going through years.
I love Ham's face right now. It's great.
No, I see Ham's face. I'm
he
like,
just looks disgusting.
You get Game Pass. You get Game Pass. Oh, bruh. Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead, Sir X-Man.
She deserved it. She's been taking so many ridicules for years. Like when they thought she was fired and all that. Oh, they fired her. No. She learned all she could learn.
When did this happen?
Oh, when she stepped down for a little while, remember? When she had family issues?
Oh no, that was the Sarah Bond. That was the one that was in charge of not
that was
Shannon Lawson
industry.
Oh, Bonnie Ross. Bonnie Ross. Okay.
Bonnie Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, Bonnie Ross. All right. My bad. Thanks for correcting me, guys. I appreciate it. But nah, you know, I'm sorry. You got brothers hating on the sister being promoted. Getting up there. We couldn't have a sister as president of the United States, but we got a sister as the president of Microsoft. Come on now.
No, Xbox.
You know what? You correct me one more damn time. Everybody knew what I meant. Everybody knew what I meant. Damn it.
That man saving your life, Sir X-Man. Don't be mad.
But as the president
to keep you from another clip.
Oh yeah, another clip is coming later on this week. Better watch out for it. It's coming. They already hit play.
One of the biggest software and gaming companies out there now. She top dog under Master Phil and Godfather Satya. You can't get no better than that. Plus that pay raise, I'm sure gonna help her out a lot more. But y'all should be happy and praising, especially in this generation when things are going now. You know, you should be happy for it because it's a good step in the right direction. It is. Now, I just want to see, y'all gonna hate me. I want to see Lulu Chang run Activision. Because you saw her.
He's got a good point there.
Yeah.
Was all close together. And that other executive they had on the side, the blonde in that picture. There's something going on. And Lulu Chang, she like Sarah Bond. She don't take no crap. She gonna tell it like it is.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
that.
Those two would be a perfect pair for running those two divisions of the company.
But I will push back on you on one thing. Never, ever again call him Master Phil. And when you got a black woman and you got a white man and Master Phil. Come on now.
I meant to say Mr. Phil.
Did he say Master Phil? Oh,
no, I didn't say Master.
Shut your own.
Damn it, Rex.
I didn't even catch it. I was over here.
You know what's gonna happen now? They're gonna clip that. It's gonna be clipped. It's gonna be clipped.
I did not say that. He's twisting my stuff again, dude.
Oh, you did say Master Phil.
Oh,
yeah.
If I did, I apologize, but that's not what I meant.
You better apologize to every black gamer in the world, you old bastard.
K-Mega almost took back all the nice things he said about you on that one.
I'm taking it all back. Did you say? I'm not saying that. God,
everybody,
damn it.
you
get your clip, and I'm gonna let them cook. When they get your clip, I'm gonna let them cook because you deserve that. Man. You deserve that one. Shit, no. I got much love for Killer Phil. I know you don't like me saying that, but I'd be damned if I call him anything other than that.
If I said it by accident, then I deserve it.
You shouldn't even have let that slip out your logic.
Yeah, I'm nervous for Sir X-Men.
Shit.
Well, what'd you think? What'd you think when Wu-Tang said "Bring the ruckus"? What'd you really think?
Uncle Rocker. Now we're gonna let it. Now let them. There's too many of these black folk up on this podcast right now. We're gonna need a little bit more of these boys right here. We're gonna need more like what look like dog. Yeah, what I'm saying, Phil ain't gonna like all this.
I don't think you want any more people who look like me.
No, man, that boy over there. Don't you? Okay, you're done. You're not saying anything else except for your outro. I know. I'm about to sell you some shrimp. Now I got a little bit of that Creole. I got a little some of that. Some spices on that boy. Anyway,
about to send you to Hades.
I'm gonna send your black ass to Hades, Sir X-Man. Send you out of here. Anyway, all right. Let me finish this off and we get the hell out of here. This man.
Come on, open your eyes. Get up, bro.
No, go to sleep.
He's looking. I think he's trying to find it.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I'm not asleep.
No, he's not asleep. He feeling bad. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. You can apologize to
he's either looking for the light or he's looking for some sleep time. That's what he's looking for.
I did not mean it like that.
We know that, brother. Don't worry about it.
Nobody taking that.
We just having fun with you. I know that hurt you.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
Fuck with your black ass. I ain't gonna even sit there. I ain't gonna even front on it. I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna let it fester. I'm gonna send it to you too when I see it. Anyway, let me finish this and get the hell out of here.
You're so bad, K-Man.
Hit that like button. All right, so my point here.
Oh man.
Now I posted this. I posted this, and how ecstatic I am, how excited I am. For not only because I met Sarah Bond in person the first year that she came out and started talking about Game Pass and just got on stage at E3 that year. And it was the most awkward but most amazing thing ever, because I was telling my wife this. Like, I was like, man, like, it's all different types of people there at the E3 thing. But then but we seen each other, and the first thing we did was kind of like walk to each other, because and people that are people of color, like black folk, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, when you acknowledge another brother or another sister or whoever, like, y'all gonna like at least do that kind of like nod or whatever. And so that's kind of how like that happened. And so then we walked and we talked and everything. And then so it was kind of awkward at first because I was starstruck, because I'm like, oh my goodness, because it was my first year at E3. And then I was like, oh, this is Sarah Bond. This is amazing. And then I kind of calmed down, and then we were just talking, and then the vibe of how cool she was, right? And I felt then, and I know that like stans or haters will say, oh, okay, man, go say it. But no, I felt like Xbox was going in the right direction for sure. because it's just like when I was talking to like somebody like Delilah HD. Mm-hmm. You know, when you talk to her, you're in a good place. You know, it's like, you know, this educated, just strong-minded, just wonderful person is going to put it, you know, says loyal to the game, but there's not only that, but just you could just feel it. You just felt it. And you knew that she was about the cause too, as me being a black man, you know what I'm saying, black man, Native American. You know what I'm saying? It's a person of color seeing this and seeing somebody in the position that she was, which was a high position at that time. To see her to get to this point as quickly as she did, all you got to do is, if anybody listened to the court case, she got the gift of gab. She didn't sit there after the disaster of Bobby Kotick and after the disaster of Pete Hines. She got up there and had the judge over here talking about Game Pass and like, hey, explain more to me about Game Pass. That's how skilled she is. She is a professional to every level, to every degree. And I'd be damned if I sit there and I post something on here about how happy I am for seeing a person of color being at a high place in gaming, that somebody would come to me, and even people of my own skin color would try to tell me, well, that's woke. First off, dumbass.
Oh, come on.
First off, dumbass, understand your ignorance and understand what woke really means and where it originated from. It didn't originate from this right-wing bullshit that you listening to on Fox News or from wherever the hell you getting it from. It came from the 30s, from an old blues singer that sit there and say, stay woke when you come from the East, West, coming to the South. That's what woke is. I've heard about woke ever since when I was a kid, and I'm 48 years old now. How this means to me as a person of color, it means everything to me. Because as I grew up, as I've been a gamer ever since I was 3 years old that I can acknowledge, I've had to deal with some form of racism, including with it. My first dealing with racism in my entire life was me playing a video game with a blonde, blue-eyed white girl in Jones, Oklahoma. No lie. Me and this girl was playing this arcade game. Well, she was playing an arcade game. I was waiting for her to get done. She asked me, did she need help? I said, okay. You know, I'm this kid with this big ass afro. This is, like I said, this little country girl, blonde hair, blue eyed. And the whole situation of color and everything else out the window. Cause I knew how to get to the point that I might've been a little bit older than her, not too much older. And then I get up in there and I'm playing this game. It's a game where you're climbing. I can't remember the actual game, but you're climbing against the buildings, like scaffolding, and you have to avoid like pots and stuff fall down. And for people to close the windows, you just got to kind of maneuver to get up to the top of the building. We're having.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're having.
I don't remember the name. But...
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but we're having a blast playing it. And so. I hear my mom tell this woman here, because the girl gave me her quarters to play it while we were playing
Rampage.
it. Yeah. No, it wasn't Rampage. It was not Rampage. This is before Rampage. And so anyway, long story short on this, I heard my mom offering her mother the change back that the girl was getting, because, you know, it was just what it was. Mind you, this was like 1980, 1981. And next thing you know, the woman gets mad and tells my mom, I don't want your N-word money. And I don't want your N-son to be around my daughter. And hits my mother. And all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose in that store. And I remember this as vivid as just like it was right there, except the name of the damn video game. How me and that girl was trying to stop our mothers from fighting. And that girl holding on to me so tight, crying. We're both crying. Like I'm saying, I'm what, 5, 6 years old? 5, 6, 7 years old? And we're over here not understanding that. That was my first experience with racism, and it was involving video games. I've had multiple other experiences throughout my life in video games. I've seen women get ridiculed as trying to like video games and get ridiculed by own females. Some of them get beat up, get pushed. Like, Ham, we talked about this like when we was on the multiplayer, where we was talking about, like, if you walked around in an anime shirt in the 80s, you would get your ass beat and get your shoes taken. Bruh, girls had to go
up until like the early 2000s.
Until the early 2000s.
Yep.
And girls didn't have it no easier. Girls would get shunned by their own if they was talking about video games or anything nerdish like that. The only reason why I didn't get into constant fights like I did is because I was a jock. I played sports and I wasn't a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And I would fight. There ain't nobody gonna sit there and talk too much shit to me. I'm gonna fight back. On top of that, because I'm light-skinned, I had to fight all the damn time because of the fact, because I had too many people that over here testing me because they're, oh, you light, you soft. No, you test me. So again, when you talk about this shit as though it's woke or it's bad or it's not acceptable, listen. You are a fraud, you are a liar, and you're ignorant to what the history of gaming is. People don't even know Mr. Wells, who was one of the engineers to make the damn Atari. Nobody don't remember him. Very few people remember him.
Yeah.
Very few people remember him. But people will remember Sarah Bond. People will remember her because she has a very high level.
Did he have his own console too?
He tried to make his own console. Yeah, he did try to make his own console.
No, he had one. He had one. It was called God, what was it called? His son and his daughter still have that console, actually.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do. They have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They have it. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, so we needed somebody to look it up for me, because I know that I knew he did start it, but I didn't think it was successful. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
What was his name again?
Wells, Jameson Wells. I think that was his first name. I know his last name was Wells. He was one of the engineers for the Atari.
Yeah.
And
he had his own console.
Right, but nobody don't remember that history, and so that's, to me, is what makes me so upset. Is that when you have people that want to say it's woke, it's this, why we just can't talk about her accomplishment? Because of her accomplishment and her getting through. It's 2020 goddamn 3. You're right. It shouldn't be where anybody of color should be even mentioned at being at this point of view, because it should have already been happening. Because there's always been people that's been gaming that are people of color through the history of time. Matter of fact, some of the people who saved goddamn gaming were people of color, which were people in Nintendo. But because of the way that the climate is and has been, they even whiten up their characters to try to appease the West. Let's not get here. Let's not go here. Let's not do that. Don't do that. Admire what this woman has done and what she accomplished, and give her damn props. If she fails, you rip her just like you would rip Phil Spencer. But if she's doing everything that she possibly can to make Xbox better than what it's been, then you got to give her all the praise. And she's the first. That's the one thing about it. Like I was trying to explain to somebody that was like, why you just can't? Because she's the first. Just like Obama is the first black president. When the next black president comes, then again, you know what? You can't sit there and have the same type of like attitude about it. It's like we've already been there, done that. When we get the first woman president eventually, then we can sit there and we can come and say, oh, this is wonderful. But again, if it's firsts, give it its props. That's all I'm saying. And to me, this is monumental. This is opening that inclusion that I've been talking about.
It was Jerry Lawson. That's who you're thinking.
Okay, Jerry Lawson. Okay. Yeah. And so go ahead. What were you gonna say? He was a pioneer of gaming. He was one of the pioneers. Yeah. And he never got his flowers. He was also, they actually did give him his flowers in the documentary. I think it's Game On or Game Score on Netflix. It's one of the documentaries on there. They actually gave him his flowers. Finally, okay. So it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same person that that was the engineer for the Atari. Okay.
No, he was an engineer for the Atari. He was, but he had his own console too. He had the Channel F. gaming console.
Oh, okay.
He developed that.
Okay. And see again,
K-Mega, look at the thing that I posted in the chat. Not the chat, but in Discord chat.
Oh, Discord. Damn, bro. Wait, we gotta go here. I'm trying to get down with it. Wait, you want me? I can't go in there. Why would you put that there? Because it's gonna mess up the camera. I ain't going there.
Fine.
Yeah, what the hell you doing?
I'll put it in regular chat. My
Good God. Why don't you just tell us?
Hey, there. That's the thing. It's the Wikipedia page for them.
Okay. Well, yeah, you gonna mess me up, man. I can't be messing with this stuff. You got me all over here, man. Yeah, you gonna say put it in Discord. I can't be messing with Discord right now. Anyway, so but no, I'm gonna wrap it up. But I just think for me, myself personally, like I find this to be fantastic. And like Lady Foxfire said, it shouldn't be like this for you and me. K-Mega, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be for people that sit there and that you can't 1 minute sit here, and you've heard me on GRG and other places dog out 343 for being ignorant to do what they did to let that shit out for Juneteenth. And then you got PlayStation fans out here shutting their damn mouth for what was going on with the flag, with having the flag wrong for one of your main, and then also with Final Fantasy 16. But regardless with that, I'm talking about with just you got one of your mainstays and you put the wrong flag out there. That's not cool. That is not cool. And you should get cooked the same way that 343 should have got cooked. And I am not, and I'm always going to be, and listen, if you don't like what I got to say, you can block me. Just like I told that one person, you can call me a progressive, liberal, tree hugger, whatever the hell you want to. I'm all about inclusion. And that doesn't matter about if you're white, you're black, you're brown, you're orange, if they find a new color, if you're fucking purple, if you are part of the human race, I want you to be a part of what we do here in gaming. I love it. Young, old, gay, straight, a damn Christian to a damn atheist. I don't care what you are, because gaming, that's how gaming is. We don't know who is behind those sticks when we're playing the game. We're just enjoying the environment of what gaming is supposed to be. And I want all types of people to feel good about themselves and not have to go through as many years as I had to go through and others of seeing no black protagonists, no Native American protagonists, no person other than what you see in a sports damn game. I am tired of it, and I'm happy to see this. This is going in the right direction. So if you have a problem with that, don't watch GRG and don't listen to me no more. Get your ass out of here, because you ain't a part of what I'm trying to be a part of. Real talk.
And that's the thing too, K-Mega. You know, you don't see. I mean, it's still pretty scarce when it comes to, you know, people of different nationalities, different, you know, creeds and stuff. Yeah. Being represented in games to now, even like it's pretty sparse. Like, it's getting better, of course, but it should have been better at this point, right? Like, it should have been at this point.
Well, it should have been that whoever came up with an idea for something, they should have gotten credit for it. Whoever pioneered something should have gotten credit. And the fact is, like Jerry Lawson, like you just said, did he get credit?
Not until late years here. Until, I mean, and this was in the 80s when he was making stuff. I mean, this guy was definitely a huge pioneer of gaming as we know it. Gaming as and he never got
his flowers.
And that
right there. That breaks my heart. That breaks my heart.
That's why I said earlier, she deserved it.
Yes.
She deserves this position.
She
just
earned
like Lady
it.
Foxfire said, she worked hard for that position.
She earned it. She worked, but this is, you know what I'm saying? And this is the one thing too that I'm pretty sure that she would say is that there's been women out there that's paved the way for her to get to this opportunity. And that's why, like, I you know, it has to be commended and for what people have dealt with for being scrutinized. Like, that's why you got some of the people like the Bobby Kotick's and others that they were nerds. They got treated a certain way because they were different. And then they got that money, and then they came out and then they started saying, "Look, oh, I got the power now. I'm going to start acting a fool." It's not saying that those things should not be condemned, but if you think about this from a real human perspective, it's sad, but it's also a learning experience for people to really actually look at this situation and say, "Wow, we've came a long way in gaming," and it should just be looked at as that and nothing else. It's like, look, this is great. I'm happy for her. I hope she does well. Let's keep moving forward on this. So everybody, so when we get to a point to where nobody can look at color, class, sexuality, or anything when it comes to gaming or anything else in this world, to where we can sit there and we can just move on and just say, okay, that person is the right person for the job. That person is the wrong person for the job. That's it. But we're not there yet. And that's why I'm going to commend Sarah Bond and praise her and thank her for her hard work and for Microsoft for doing this in gaming, because nobody else in gaming has done this.
Well, think about it. Microsoft already has Satya Nadella, a man of color.
A Middle Eastern man,
in charge. Yeah, and so does Google. They have Sundar Pichai, or what? I just put it in the chat.
Yes.
So they've got
Kareem
people of color.
All them, yeah.
Chowdhury.
Chowdhury. I know. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong, brother. So let me be country.
I'm letting you be country.
Yeah, he's country in Indiana. I'm country in Oklahoma. That's what he told me. So that was funny. So yeah,
I can even say. Well, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I thought you were done. The last thing I'm going to say on this is that we even have to look at it as ourselves too. That we, at a certain extent, are paving the way for the future of
we are.
The next generation of gamers, right? Like we're trying to make it more acceptable for everybody who wants to play video game.
Yes.
So that the next generation can pretty much just live peacefully in whatever they're doing, whatever they're playing. So, we're trying to do that, especially here on this podcast. Yes, sometimes do we go left? Do we go? Do we get a little wild? Yes, but at the end of the day, I think I am grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for everything that has happened in gaming in general. So, I mean, we are definitely trying to keep that mentality of, paving a way for the next generation of podcasters or, gamers and everything.
And by the way, my mom did whoop that racist white.
Oh, I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did.
Her ass. Oh God. When that woman hit her, and then it got down, and then we was on there, and then at the end, the woman was on the ground, and the guy, the owner of the guy, his name was I can't remember the cop that came. His name was Red. Him and my grandfather knew each other really well, and that's what stopped my mom from getting arrested. But the woman was down, my mom was hitting her, and she was trying to grab. And these old time metal cash registers. She was trying to slam that on her head, trying to throw that thing, and the cash register guy was holding my mom. Damn. Yeah, no, my mom was not dealing with. But that's what I was trying to say. It was a sad situation, and it was a hard lesson for me to learn, especially, I had to grow and listen. Like I try to tell people what goes on here out in Oklahoma.
That little girl?
What'd you say?
Did you date that little girl? No. Later on?
Man, hell no. I never found that shit out. Hell no. I try to stay away from Jones, Oklahoma as far as possible. But no, like I said, out here in Oklahoma, we got Klan, we got everything out here in the rural area, but we got good people everywhere.
I think he's just asking that because we know you love white women.
I love all women, brother. I love all women. Don't get it twisted. I love them all. But I love my wife more. So that's what's going on. So anyway, let's get the hell out of here, man. Or you was going to be right. This was going to be a 4-hour podcast, and I didn't want that to happen. So anyway, thank you guys for coming to checking it out tonight. But yeah, I just wanted to give my shout out to Sarah Bond and to Microsoft and to kind of changing the game. You know what I'm saying? We need more of that, especially when you see what's going on in Sony, when you have women in very high positions. especially like it started off with Amy Henny, one of the legends out there on writing and stuff like that. And then you look and you see Connie, you see this Connie woman, was it Connie? Whatever her last name was, Connie Booth, being sent off. This isn't a good look for PlayStation, but we'll see how this plays out. Hamza, I know you want to get on our arc and your draws. Go ahead. You're probably already doing it, you dirty bastard. But where can they find you at?
Who you think you're talking to?
Bro, I'm talking to you, sucker. I'm gonna talk to you after the show anyway. I'm finna cook you in too. Go ahead. Where you gonna find you at?
Man, you ain't cooking shit. Your burners are set on cold.
My burners are flaming hot, sucker.
Cold. Off. They're set to off.
All right. Well, anyways, had a fantastic show here today, but I had a even better show earlier. Sorry, K Mega.
It's all right. No, you had a legend. I mean, I can't compete with that. That's why I didn't have no guests. I'm like, ain't no reason to have a guest tonight. This man got a real legend out there. Go check out Bull Sitting with my boy Ham Solo and Cozy and the rest of that team out there with my boy Loke. Well, IGN's boy Loke. And then, I'm saying, shout out to Loke. Go check him out. Go check him out.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great show. Shame, like I said earlier, Shames Blackley was on there. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Good to see him again. And he definitely said he'd be willing to come back to continue to do another show when there's some more big news that drops and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to hit him up again. If you guys are wanting to go check it out, or if you want to go check out my channel and hit the subscribe button, because we're working close. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, but we still need some more support. So it'd be fantastic if you guys head over there, hit that button real quick. Check out this latest episode, because you'll find out some really interesting information from just how things work over there at Microsoft, but also how things are perceived by Seamus Blackley with the whole gaming industry and where it's kind of going currently right now. But there's a link right there in the chat. You guys should be able to hop on over there and check some shit out. I got a lot of dope content over there.
Oh, all right. And and just don't watch that content when he wants to actually stream art. Wait till he got some put on some actual clothes. That's what I suggest. Man, why would you running around in your drawers? I still gotta ask him, what the hell was you thinking running around like that?
What do you mean? I made the kill. I didn't die. I didn't need no armor.
Oh my God. Anyway, man.
I didn't need no armor. I didn't need no drip.
Oh man, you needed.
I stay dripping. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, you was dripping from the crack, ass crack. You know what I'm saying? You was a nasty bastard, Sir X-Man. You know what I'm saying? Where can they find you and your masters?
You were wrong for that.
Yeah, you wrong for that, Kate. Oh, poor Oh man.
Yeah, you didn't do nothing to me compared to what you just did to Sir X, man. That was
I ain't gonna let my brother live that one down for a while. He gonna get it. So, Sir X-Man, where can they find you at, brother?
Put a controller in your hand. I'm done.
What you playing? What you playing over there, sucker? What you playing?
I don't know.
Oh shit!
Oh God!
Chicken dinner right now.
That man is cooked up. Oh my God! Oh man! Oh, I gotta.
Damn it!
I gotta check. And then I messed up this thing because I was. Oh man! Hold on. Let me.
You have a super chat, by the way.
I know. I see this. DJ Berto Das, man, appreciate. He says when it comes to the pants off dance, that's all I can get. He said, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pants off dance
in
off."
Ark Survival, they actually start off like that with no clothes, right?
Listen. I had a loincloth the last time I played. You know what I'm saying? But sir, but Ham was he killed a big ass lizard, right? So he been playing for a while. So he just wanted to be out there messy and nasty. That's what he wanted to do.
You enjoyed playing that game with this giant walk around with a big slong.
Don't let K Mega fool you. He just played Alan Wake 2, and there was butt ass naked white man. So don't let him.
I did not know that was going to be in the beginning of the game. How would I know this shit? I wouldn't even have got it if I knew I was going to see white ass crack like that. Only white ass
I wasn't expecting it either. I was like, oh dang, all right.
Did you pause the game at that point? That's the
absolutely not.
No,
I was thinking to myself, like, was this a creature, or and then when it focused in, it's a chubby white man, and it's like, and he's butt ass naked in the weeds, and I'm like, yo,
watching
bro.
K Mega stream that, and I remember when that happened. I see game capture recorded.
Yeah,
like, what's he finna do with that later?
This man over here lying.
Oh shoot!
Lying to you. I didn't hear nothing like that, bro. I am not on my Dwight Howard, sucker. Watch out. Anyway, Sir X-Man, though, where can they find you at, brother? I know you said you was playing games, but what you playing?
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to go through some stuff and get some stuff together. So I'm just gonna be a luck of the draw for me right now.
Okay, all right. This man's sad over here because he said that stupid shit. That's all right. We ain't gonna let you slide on it. You know what I'm saying? We love you to death, but we gonna cook you. We gonna cook you now. We gonna cook you later. Anyway, Viper. Venomous Viper. Where can they find you at, man? You over here showed yourself with that Brazilian flag in the background. Bunty gonna be pissed off at you, brother.
Believe it or not, it was a Brazilian flag before he got on.
It was, and then he changed it.
No, it was not a Brazilian flag. It was the Jamaican flag. Come on.
Listen, I love Brazilian women too, bro. It's all right. It's okay.
Oh my
okay.
God.
It's okay. It's all right. Shout out to the Brazilian women out there.
Anyway, you'll find me working and playing on Xbox and on PC now that I have my PC back. And yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out if I want to upgrade this year or next year. I'm probably thinking of upgrading next year because these games that are coming out, like Alan Wake, I just saw how bad it is on PC right now. They are just trying to cooking. They are. What are they doing in terms of these games that they're making? They're just like going way past what is currently on the market. It's like you have to be.
They're forcing you.
A damn. What the hell?
They're forcing you. I think it's a PC marketing thing. Because they want to reach a certain plateau. I think that's a perfect topic for maybe next week or something like that. But yeah, it is clear that they are not backing off. They're going full steam ahead, especially. And I think that Unreal Engine 5 is showing how much of a monster that it's going to be. So,
So then here's the thing. With the 5090 and the 6090s that are coming out, they better make sure that we can do our 4K 120 or do 4K 60, because I'm getting tired of having to drop this resolution down to 1440p, sometimes even 720p, and try to get 60 frames.
It's like the graphics card. It's the
not the graphics card. Yeah,
CPUs.
Yeah, with the CPUs it's the bottleneck.
But remember, I have a 16-core 32-thread CPU.
What
AMD.
Okay, but what is your what is your GPU?
It's a 3090 Ti.
Trash. Get it out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
And did you overclock your CPU for these new games?
I didn't overclock it. No.
You need to overclock them a little bit.
Well, I'm not trying to burn it up, but no. The thing is, I want to make sure that these games I can play it at the high resolution with the high frame rates, and it seems like they're just trying to force me to go get a brand new graphics card, the top of the line. I mean, I already got 64 gigs of RAM in my PC. As a matter of fact, I wonder if
we gotta go. We ain't trying to look at all this.
Come on, man.
PC show, man. We gotta get out of here, man. Damn, this man talking about. As a matter of fact, let me show you what I got. No, we ain't trying to look at that. All right,
but
man.
anyway, no, it's just yeah, I'll be on the PC, I'll be on the Xbox. Yeah, that's it.
All right, good deal. And last but not least, man, this man is back. Where's my Xbox book? Right here, man. We are right here. We have moved it towards the end. He is right there. He is like about a few pages away from signing this contract. Man,
Dark,
for PlayStation has
every
forsaken.
bad thing I said about you. I'm sorry.
Take back what? Who?
Every bad thing I said to you, Dark. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, dude.
Oh man, this man over here, man.
What
we
family
have?
here.
No, we ain't no damn family here. We ain't no family. Hell no.
Okay, so can I do my outro?
Hell no. We out. Everybody, thank you so much. Have a good night over there. Do your outro, brother. Yeah, of course, we're family, man.
I've never. Hopefully, one day I'll get the blue wrench. Hopefully, someday I'll give it an invitation to the Brotherhood. And you know, it's just like hell no, absolutely not. No, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Optimus. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation, the same name. You guys can also find me on the next podcast every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Really? Are we?
Are you sure?
Sometimes you never know with that one. And then you guys can always find me here on the GRG podcast at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And as always, K Mega, it's a blast podcasting with you, brother.
Oh man, always. I love you brothers to death. You know what I'm saying? It is it's great. And I apologize, Ham Solo, because you said you was tired at the beginning of the show. And we're 3.5 hours in. It's all right though. You still gonna be up. And I'm gonna.
I know he's gonna be playing Ark.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna.
This guy's gonna be playing Ark like this.
And I'm gonna come in there and he gonna hit me up and something like that. Go, hey, what you doing? I'm like, wait, man, get your punk ass up, man. Get some clothes on. All right, guys, thank you so much. Hey, man, it is still Friday night and it's early enough to hit the spots and have a good time. As my boy DJ Birdo Da said, listen, when it comes to that pants off, dance off, all can get it. Let's go. Now, I ain't talking about all can get it. But he's saying all can get it. I'm just saying y'all enjoy yourselves. Y'all do the damn thing. I don't know what DJ Birdo is out there doing. He said all can get it. So listen, let your freak flag fly. That's on you. Me, I'm gonna freak my wife with in bed and I'm gonna try to snuggle up with her and then she's gonna push me away.
He's gonna throw on Alan Wake in the background.
You damn right. Now I sit there and I'm gonna say, listen, girl. It's my time. And she gonna say, you gonna get your punk ass back in there and play some video games? All right, yes, ma'am. I'm out. Anyway.
You get lonely. You get lonely.
Get lonely, boy.
What the fuck?
Let's have a good night, man.
To be loved. To be loved.
Oh, man.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.